That's right. That's right. Week number 9, phone call edition. Phone call edition of the show. We're doing it live. The Fantasy Football Show. It begins now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, it's time for the Fantasy Football Show Graveyard Friday night phone call. I answer your questions through the wee hours of the night show. And so file on in. Wipe your feet at the front door if you could, so your boy Smitty can get that algorithm kicking in. But let's go. We're going to start off with the phone lines immediately and open those bad boys up.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show. Wipe your feet at the front door. Appreciate you all being here. And we'll start taking your phone calls right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. We got so much to talk about. And there's still so much we didn't even get to during the 7 p.m. show. So I'm here for you. We'll be answering your phone calls for the next hour or two. I always say I'm going to go like an hour or two. Ends up going longer. We're going to try to make it around an hour show today. But that means 2 hours. So file on in. Here's our first caller. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hi, Smitty. This is Superfish.
What's up, Superfish? What can I do for you today?
Well, I am looking to fill my flex spot, and I have 4 choices. Well, 4 that I'm considering anyway.
Okay.
So my choices for flex are either Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, Khalil Herbert, or Deion Jackson.
Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, Khalil Herbert, or Deion Jackson. This is a grab bag of similar talent. Like, stick your hand in the bag, pull out a player. Like, I honestly think you get this wrong every single time. If I had to pick, look, Deion Jackson's got guaranteed workload, kind of tough matchup. Not sure I love the end result as much as I do when I picture Gabe Davis. Like, I understand people are a little frustrated with Gabe Davis at times.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Let's see here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Okay, there you go. I was saying that I think that Deion Jackson's got that guaranteed workload, but I feel like Gabe Davis is just the person that you need to throw in the lineup and leave it. Like, Gabe Davis caught a touchdown last week and Josh Allen overthrew him and his feet were
right at the back of the end zone.
Yeah, back of the end zone. And everybody that's a box like a box score Bobby that just looks at the box score all day, doesn't really watch the game. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know that. So they think Gabe Davis was non-existent, that he's trash. I just feel like, it's hard to John makes a good point. They're all good arguments. And I said this, you didn't hear me. You're going to get this wrong every single time. Like it's a grab bag full of players that are the same. You're just gonna put your hand in and pull a player out. This is who I'm starting. It's the exact same player. Like across, they all have upside. They all have risk. They all have reasons why you might go for one versus the other. I mean, Damien's guaranteed the workload, but it's a tough matchup. Who knows how well they move the football down the field? I like him, but I'm probably gonna say Gabe Davis. You said Gabe Davis, Deion Jackson, Khalil Herbert, and who else?
Christian Kirk,
yeah. Look, I like Khalil Herbert a ton. Everybody knows how much I love Khalil Herbert, but I feel like you don't know what you're getting there. He's got the most upside out of all of them, which is the disheartening part about putting him on the bench. I mean, he's the guy who could get you 150 and 2. So
he'll get half the carries.
Yeah, so I like Khalil a lot. It's just hard for me to start him in this scenario. I feel like it's PPR, right?
No, it's non-PPR, actually.
Oh, non-PPR.
So I don't mind whatever targets Gabe Davis gets. I know he's the long ball guy.
Yeah,
generally.
that makes it harder. I guess if it's non-PPR, Maybe you lean Dion. Maybe you lean Dion.
You need
If
Deion
it's
Johnson?
non-PPR, because at least you're getting carries. It's really hard for me to put Gabe Davis on the bench myself, but I mean, the safe play would be Dion in non-PPR. The higher risk, a little higher reward would be Gabe Davis. So you got to kind of pick your poison there.
I was leaning Gabe Davis, but then I was looking at the Jets' corners, and they've been pretty tight.
Yeah, I think I would say in non-PPR it's just safer to go Dion because the workload's there. But that does give you like a little, it explains the the difference between non-PPR and PPR even when you're in that kind of spot. It's like, okay, I'm all about Gabe Davis until you tell me it's non-PPR, and then it's like, okay, give me the RB.
Okay.
Yeah, final answer. I go Dion for you. For you in this situation, Dion, but it doesn't mean I like sitting Gabe Davis. It makes me antsy.
That's even considering Khalil Herbert would get probably half the carries from Monty.
I mean, if you guarantee me he was getting all of them or 80%, I'd go Khalil Herbert all day. I love Khalil Herbert, but half the carries, I don't love that.
Against Miami.
Yeah, I just don't love that he's getting, like, if I knew he was getting more work, I'd definitely want Khalil. Like, Khalil's still a win-a-league player. Don't be cutting him. Don't be dropping him.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so
Dion.
it's not an easy choice.
No, it's not. Dion, I suppose.
All right. Thanks
All right.
for your help, okay?
Yeah, appreciate you. Later.
Have a good one. All right.
That's a tough one. I hate when non-PPR gets its hands around the advice and just strangles it into oblivion. Like non-PPR, I'm not a big fan of non-PPR. Hit me with your questions. Let's roll. We got another caller here. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, Smitty, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, so I got a question about Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah, Deion Sanders.
Bro,
right?
this is a football. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So he's on waivers in my league. It's a 14-team league.
Uh-huh.
Waivers are going through in about 2 hours. So my question is he going to have value after this week moving forward rest of the season? Should I be spending fab on him with that in mind? Or is he just going to be a plug and play this week? Like, what do we think about Jonathan Taylor?
I mean, certainly it's a guessing game. The fact that JT played last week after missing multiple weeks and then re-injured himself. Usually you don't re-injure yourself. I hate to say this, but usually you don't re-injure yourself like halfway to the point you were injured last time. It's usually right back or worse to where you were. So part of me fears like we're going to see multiple weeks, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. And at the end of the day, I think I probably spend a decent amount of fab on him, but I don't know that I blow the entire bank on him because, you don't know if you're getting more than 1 or 2 weeks. You're definitely not getting like the full season or anything like that, but could they shut him down at some point if he comes back and gets re-injured again? Absolutely. And then you'd have a Jamal. It's kind of like a Jamal Williams, how Jamal Williams feels right now. Swift is working his way back, but Jamal's still got good value. The question you got to ask yourself is there going to be anybody left to bid on? Like, do the dollars that you're holding on to right now on your fab, is it going to be like where you're at the end of an auction draft and you got extra money and you're like, man, I should have blew it? You know what I mean? Like, we're entering week 9. Like, I don't know how long you think that money is going to actually help you. If you believe people in your league are reckless and they drop people and you know historically that it's smart to hang on to your money, then hang on to it. But I mean, there's a certain point where you're like, just blow it on the next player that can help you, and Deion can help you win this week.
Yeah, and I know running backs are really thin with 14 teams. So I'm basically looking for that one play that's going to pan out for me because it's a junkyard other than that. So I'm thinking, I don't know, hopefully for sake of fantasy, I'm able to pick up Deion and then he pretty much plays out the rest of the season. And then I only want like $10 to pick up a defense. Just make sure I secure that. But I'm feeling good about my end of the season team.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be You sounded like you're expecting Dion to play all year. Don't expect that. That's not. It shouldn't even be in your, thought process. It's could there be a possibility he ends up being more valuable than we think long term? Sure, but you can't even like remotely consider that in your game plan. That's a game plan to fail.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean he's not guaranteed anything, but this week. But he's a must own for JT owners. What you might end up doing is getting JT really cheap after this week, or you could sell him to the JT owner and hold him over his head.
Yeah, that's smart.
But I don't mind spending a lot on him, especially if he gets you a win.
Yeah, we have a big 4-4 pack right now, so the season is still very much up for grabs getting into postseason. I just got to string a few wins together.
Mm-hmm. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thank
Later.
you.
You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is Michael.
What's up, Michael?
How you doing? I just wanted to get like a quick overview of my team, to see what moves I can potentially make.
Okay.
I'm first in my league. I'm 6-2, first in my league, and my quarterback is Mahomes. I play in a 10-man league. It's Mahomes. I got Jefferson, AJ Brown as my two receivers. My flex is Amon-Ra. Running backs Kamara and Aaron Jones. And my tight end is Ertz. And my bench, I got Pierce, Sanders, Rondell Moore, Schultz, Duvernay, Deion Jackson, and I got Hollywood on IR.
All right. What's the question here other than you're flexing your team and rubbing salt in wounds of everybody that's had injuries? And go ahead. What can we help you with? Rich man problems.
Is there any trades you think I can make? That's what I was trying to get to.
I mean, Aaron Jones Aaron Jones and Pierce for CMC, and you go upgrade Aaron Jones. That's really the only thing you could do. Pierce and Amon-Ra for Cooper Kupp or JJ. Cooper Kupp, you got JJ. Cooper Kupp. Sanders, I mean, I'd probably rather you keep Pierce, but Sanders and Aaron Jones. Sanders and Amon-Ra for a Cooper Kupp, type of situation. Past that, I mean, what are you going to do? Sanders and Kamara for CMC. Sanders and you just got to throw Sanders with every one of those guys and see if you can upgrade them one. But there's nothing. There's JJ, Mahomes, AJ Brown, Kamara. That's all fire. You're 6-2, which proves my point. And it's simple. 2-for-1s. Just go down the list, man. CMC, Nick Chubb.
Okay.
Eckler. I mean, can you get one of those guys using Aaron Jones and Pierce?
Perhaps. I know a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago or so, I tried to trade Aaron Jones for Taylor, and I got vetoed. So I'll see. I think some of my league mates just viewed me because I was the first.
But you tried to trade Aaron Jones for
undefeated.
You tried to trade Aaron Jones for JT, and they vetoed it.
Yeah, they vetoed it at the time when he was injured. Like he just got injured.
So that's when I would say to a commissioner, "What are you doing? Like, what do you do? Like, did he veto it, or did the league vote it down?"
It was a league vote. He didn't veto it himself.
What a bunch of hogwash that is, bro. Like, really, like, no, it saved you. It saved you, but like, literally, the guy that wanted that trade wasn't allowed. His ability to trade JT away was taken away from him. And what is the rest of your league doing to make it right? Nothing. That guy's sitting there with JT now, tried to get Aaron Jones, tried to be active, and the league shut down a trade. Tried to tell him he didn't know what he was doing, and he would have had Aaron Jones. I would leave that league so fast and be like, you guys, you owe me. You owe me an Aaron Jones. Like, if I could get the commissioner on the phone right now, put him on 3-way. I'll talk to him. I'll talk some sense into him. What are we doing with vetoes, guys? Stop with the vetoes. Don't play in a league where you need to hold someone's hand. Let someone make a grown person decision. Like here you are. You almost got ripped off, but they protected you. They protected you,
Yeah.
and that's okay because you're my follower, so I'm glad. But it's just a bunch of crap.
Yeah. I agree.
Vetoes.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Go upgrade Aaron Jones. You got this. They'll probably veto it though.
All right.
All right, later, man.
Yeah.
Vetoes. I can't stand vetoes. What do you? What's the what? Why do people have veto? Why do you have a veto process? It's so dumb. So dumb. All right, dial in. Probably got some super chats here that I need to get to. This is a $9.99 hauler. Appreciate you for dropping that. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. No, you're not. You hung up. Smitty, I got offered Lazard, Pittman, and Kenneth Walker for Brady, Dalvin Cook, and DJ Moore. Pittman, Kenneth Walker for Brady, Dalvin Cook, and DJ Moore. He said he would swap Pittman for Gabe Davis if I wanted him instead. You do want Gabe Davis instead. So you're going to get Gabe Davis and Kenneth Walker for Brady, Dalvin Cook, and DJ Moore. I take that in a heartbeat. I take the Kenneth Walker, Gabe Davis. I don't know who your quarterback is if you do this. I assume you've got another quarterback in play here. And so for that, I would do that move. That's a fantastic move. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Oh, snap. I'm talking to Namdi.
What's up? What can I do for you?
All right, so I'm in a conundrum right now, man. I'm at the top of my league, and I got sent Deshaun Watson. I have Deshaun Watson. You sent me Deshaun Watson for Kenneth Walker in the 24th first.
Deshaun Watson for Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker in the 24th first.
And it's a super flex?
The super flex.
Yeah. I take Kenneth Walker.
Are you for real? Should I read you the rest of my team?
You can, but I don't think it'll affect anything because even if it does, I'd just tell you to make another trade. But in a super flex, like, I don't know that here's the thing. Let me give you the skinny on it. It really doesn't matter. Your team has no relevance to it. Because, if it does have relevance to it, you're getting a player that's going to help you win now. You know, like if you tell me, oh, here's my team, I can win. Oh, okay, well, you can win now. Like, Walker helps you win. And if it doesn't help you win now, it helps you in the future because I don't trust Deshaun Watson, my guy. Like, trusting Deshaun Watson is like, I don't know, like trusting Nathaniel Hackett and Adam Gase to manage a team together, you know? So on top of that, future first rounder, not even this coming year, but the next year, you don't even know if the leagues fall apart all the time. Like, I could care less about that pick when it comes to getting Kenneth Walker, bro. Kenneth Walker, top 5 potential overall player, in my opinion, in 2023. Easiest call in the world.
Really? So I was tripping. I mean, because I got... All right, so I guess maybe I was tripping, man. Because I got Patrick Mahomes. Maybe I'm tripping.
I mean, the thing is, if Watson was a guarantee to be on the field the next year, the year after that, I mean, bro, this guy's not the most well together put together person. Like, what are we talking about here? You're banking on Deshaun Watson, you know, long term? No, thank you. No, thank you.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate
Yeah, I mean, so you just like who would your super flex quarterback be? Your other quarterback?
All right, so let me just give you my starting lineup. I got Patrick Mahomes, I got DeAndre Swift, I got Josh Jacobs, I got AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Kareem Hunt, Amari Cooper, Deebo Samuels. My team's kind of stacked, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Which should help you
That's
get a
what I
quarterback.
got going on.
Which will help you get a quarterback at some point.
I mean, oh yeah, I have Derek Carr too.
Yeah, you got Derek Carr, bro. Derek, I mean, I don't love Derek Carr, but you've Derek Carr and Mahomes, and Watson's keeping Walker out of your lineup. No thanks, man. Not even close. You could trade like one of your other depth pieces with car and get a little upgrade at quarterback. You go get Kyler Murray while he's having a bad season. You go get, number of players. That's not
Kenneth Walker got to be gone. All right.
Yeah, wait till Walker continues to drop fire, bro. I mean, no one can predict injuries and such, like that. Like if you'd done this for Breece Hall and Breece Hall goes down, or Javonte, things happen. But I mean, Walker's only getting better. As Pete Carroll said himself, he's barely unlocked him, bro. Like this is almost like you're playing on a controller, and you're running Walker out there, and you literally have had one hand behind your back. You're about to grab the controller with two hands. And this guy's going to be doing things all over the field that no one's even seen yet. He's learning on the fly. He's patient. He's Le'Veon Bell in the making, Le'Veon
Bell was awesome, too.
Yeah. Just wait, bro.
All right, I think I'm overthinking it. I should smash
you
the
are.
step then.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and
smash it.
Smash the step.
All right, later.
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right, I had someone on hold, but they hung up, so... Patience. Patience is a virtue. Start Deion Jackson over Gabe Davis. I'm starting Gabe Davis myself. Unless it's non-PPR. We had this question earlier. In non-PPR, maybe I go Deion, but I go Gabe Davis if it's PPR. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, yeah, my name's Jason. I got a question. So I'm looking into next season, but because I built kind of this insane team in a keeper draft. So I know one of my keepers is going to be Jamar Chase, but I'm having trouble picking between CMC, Nick Chubb, Devontae Adams, and Mark Andrews.
CMC, Nick Chubb, Devontae Adams, and Mark Andrews. Probably CMC.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say.
Yeah, because I could get insane value for CMC probably, and maybe keep Nick Chubb, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. But I'm not sure what I should do there.
Yeah, I'd probably say CMC. I mean, in San Francisco, they're going to build around him. If there's a player that's going to have one more year, like we were worried about Christian McCaffrey walking into this year. But I feel like if anybody's gonna have one more year, it'll be CMC. I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna believe as long as he exits 2022 upright. He's not out for the season again. I think I'm gonna buy into him for next year. I think the way he looks, the way that they're gonna use him, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that even if you made that decision, you could sell him. For a significant amount later.
Okay, cool.
But it's tough. I mean, a lot of people like Chubb in the chat. I see a couple of Chubbs. I see a couple of Adams. It's definitely like a conversation to be had. But for the most part, it's like, I think you give it one more week and then everyone's going to be saying it.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
All right, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Next up, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
All right, my name is Mike, but I had a quick question. So I was wondering, how do you feel about CeeDee Lamb, rest of the season? Because I need a running back on my team. Because all I have is I have JT right now and Dameon Pierce. I used to have Breece Hall, rest in peace. But I need another running back. I got Dante Foreman and Deion Jackson.
You want to know what I thought of CeeDee Lamb, and then you need a running back? I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, I was wondering because my receivers are CeeDee, Chris Olave, and Mike Evans, and Tyreek Hill. And I was
but are you asking me? Are you asking me because you want me to tell you who to trade Lamb for, or talk you out of trading Lamb?
Yeah. Like trade Lamb for, or what receiver you think I should exercise for another running back potentially.
What are your receivers again? Name them again. Lamb.
Mike Evans, Chris Olave, and Tyreek Hill, and CeeDee Lamb.
I'd probably trade Lamb. I like Evans and Olave. That's pretty solid.
Okay. Because I was thinking about Lamb for Kenneth Walker. I don't know if that's a good trade.
Appreciate you, Wing. Wing says let's show some love to Smitty. Thanks for always putting out the best content out there, and the best damn advice. Love. Thanks, Wing. Appreciate you. I'd probably say Lamb. And what I probably do, if I'm you, is so I go down the running back list, okay? And I just start knocking one off after the other. So you're obviously not going to get ETN, but why not swing? You know, why not take a big, hard swing and see if you can knock it out of the park? See if you can get pull a veto off. See if you can get everybody to veto your trade. Because apparently people don't allow people to win a trade anymore in Veto City, where we all live. Do you have vetoes in your? Who am I talking to again? I forgot who this is.
Yeah, I actually do. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I had a trade, and
vetoes.
It was like 2 weeks ago. I tried trading Jonathan Taylor, and I actually because everyone told me it was a bad trade at the time. Because I traded. This is before James Robinson got traded, and actually I traded Jonathan Taylor for ETN and AJ Brown, and this is like 2-3 weeks ago, and I actually got vetoed.
Garbage, bro. Garbage. Okay, so start from ETN and work your way down. Kenneth Walker, ETN, you're going to get no's on that, but you might as well shoot for the stars. Damian Pierce, okay. I love that, but he just blew up Thursday night, so good luck getting that. You could have got that. That would have been a lock. Aaron Jones, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I've Damian Pierce on my team.
Well, maybe you'll trade with. Maybe you'll veto yourself. Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, and then it's like Ramondre Stevenson, and then just completely, falls off. There's no one left. And Lamb for Stevenson probably isn't enough. You might have to drop down to Olave and trade Olave for Stevenson, but you probably won't even get that. It's tough. It's tough. I'd probably say I'd say 1-for-1 is going to be harder to do than you think, because lining up the right value straight across is going to be hard. Because Stevenson is a good one, but Lamb's got a little more value. I don't know that Lamb will actually be better than him. I think Stevenson really could be as good. He might be a last resort for you. Like you need a running back, you might have to do it. I'd probably keep Evans. I think Tom Brady, while he's certainly looking awful right now, Tom Brady, I think, could have a little bit of a surprising resurgence, And I think Evans, who's not on the injury report anymore, will probably benefit. I like Lamb a lot. I do like Lamb a lot, but I feel like Evans I like a little more. Does the chat disagree? You guys like Lamb over Evans? I kind of just like Evans a little more. But either one, bro. Whichever one you think you can get away with. Thank you, Johnny. Dropping a...
Okay, yeah. Also, I was in touch with the Kenneth Walker owner, but I was wondering, do you think Kenneth Walker would be a solid 1-for-1?
For Lamb?
Yes.
I think Lamb is a second rounder at best. I think Kenneth Walker is a top 5 overall player.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you land it, I mean, you could say top 5 to 10. Let me pump my own brakes a little bit. Okay, because I probably am getting the cart ahead of the horse by a little bit, because I know everybody's not ready for that yet. Okay, this is like when what's his name, Marty McFly goes up to the mic, okay, and he's about to play a song from his generation, and he goes, "I don't know if you're all ready for that yet," or he said that at the end. I don't know if anybody's ready for Kenneth Walker, living on the moon full time. But he's going to be. He's going to start looking like a top 5 overall player, and people need to prepare for it. You're probably not ready for it yet. I understand a lot of you are going to say crazy top 5. Well, let's go 6 to 10 then. Let's keep you nice and safe and expectations low out there, Bob, who's watching that can't handle it. Let's just say 6 to 10 for now. But I will say that Cooper's laughing at it. Cooper doesn't like it, but Cooper's not ready. Cooper hasn't heard this yet. Cooper's not ready for the special sauce yet. But Cooper, you'll warm up to it in time. You'll warm up to it. Lamb is in the second round. Walker's in the first round. So if you pull that off, bro, get ready for a veto. But your league's probably not caught up to it yet. They might even veto it on the other side, bro. Who knows? These vetoes.
Yeah, I don't think they're caught up. The owner's a Cowboys fan, so I think I could really make it happen.
Do it, bro. Do it live.
So appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you. Later. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Smitty, it's Dre.
What's up?
What's up, man? So I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about my team. I don't know what you think about.
Yeah. Hey, can you hold on one second?
So,
let me get the.
5-3.
Hang on, real quick. Let me get these super chats out of the way, real quick. Thank you again, Johnny, for dropping that massive wad on the screen. This one's from Payne. Payne says traded JT, Duvernay, B-Rob for Stevenson and Gabe Davis. I don't think you overpaid. I would have done that at the end of the day just to get rid of the JT situation, and I really like Stevenson, so I'd take that gamble. And 12-team Superflex PPR Watson for Ken Walker in a 2024 first. This was the caller that called in, and I appreciate your super chat, and I was smashed that Kenneth Walker side all day long, bro. It's not even close. Flux Capacitor says D-Town. Appreciate your Back to the Future love. Okay, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Hello?
Yeah, you're up. You're still up.
Yeah. So basically, my team is 5-3. I have Josh Allen, quarterback, Jacobs, Khalil Herbert, Deion Jackson picked them up today, Rashad White, and AJ Dillon. Wide receivers, I got Debo, Kirk, Josh Palmer, Amari Cooper, and Thielen. I don't know. I want to start moving Debo Samuel, somebody like that. I'm thinking of I try to lowball not lowball, but I made a trade.
You can lowball. That's right.
For the Jonathan Taylor, I try to send them Kirk and Dylan for him. I don't know. Should I leverage Deion Jackson against him?
For what player are you trying to get?
For JT.
Kirk and Dylan's not going to get it done.
And
I mean,
Dylan.
there's a difference between
I was
lowballing.
thinking like Debo and Dylan.
You what? Debo and Dylan? I mean, I wouldn't trade Debo for JT. You out of your mind? Who's JT?
Yeah, you're right.
Is that guy that's not playing this week, may not play, who knows, next week? He's got a bye week in week 14 right in the middle of when you need him. I mean, he's, as Dad always said, and sometimes I go against Dad's advice, like me trying to get Mark Andrews this week. It's probably a bad idea. Dad said so. Don't trade for injured players. Don't trade for injured players.
I also have Kelsey. I forgot to tell you. I don't think I said that.
Yeah, right. I was wondering. I was gonna say, bro, your team looks a little light. Okay, so Kelsey, that's definitely something you forgot. So you got Jacobs, Deion. Yeah. Deion's your running back too right now.
Yeah, and Khalil Herbert. I lost Javonte earlier.
That makes sense. Okay, now it's all coming together. So you got Debo, you got Jacobs, you got Josh Allen, Kelsey. Pretty decent. Like you got this quad going. That's pretty productive. If I'm you, bro,
yeah,
I'm trading Jacobs high if you can still do it. I don't even know if you can still do it. I'm going and getting this guy we keep hearing about that I'm too high on apparently, and Kenneth Walker. If we're the only community that sees Kenneth Walker as a top 5 to 10 running back, then not only are people in trouble that are facing Kenneth Walker, and in the coming weeks, people underestimating this guy, going to single-handedly win games for people. I have a feeling that you could trade Jacobs for Walker and something. And I would try and attack that before I start going and getting injured players. What's your record?
5-3.
What? 5 and what?
3.
5-3.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah,
you 3.
You can't at 5-3. You can't be going and getting JT, man. I know you want him because you got Deion, and I agree with what you first were thinking, and then you started to morph into what about Debo? But no, if you could get him using Amari Cooper and Kirk, I don't even care if you got to go to the waiver wire to get other wide receivers. Is Joshua Palmer available? He's been available for weeks and was easily attainable to grab off waivers. But is he available right now?
I actually have him.
Okay, so you got him
for Cooper.
can you trade Cooper and Kirk for? I mean, try that if you're gonna lowball somebody, lowball them on that. But like, you're not gonna get JT, like probably. So like, set your mind for free like that. But other than Cooper, and maybe he trades him for Cooper. Maybe he loves Cooper. But don't trade Debo, don't trade Kelsey, don't trade Jacobson or Josh Allen for him. But I would try and get Walker and somebody.
For Jacobs, yeah.
Yeah, so go to that guy. Go to the St. Brown owner, see if he's got like a Stevenson. Trade Jacobs for Stevenson and St. Brown. You know, like something like that. Go to the St. Brown owner, go to the Stevenson owner, go to the Walker owner. Try and work a deal getting an extra player with one of those guys in a similar fashion to what I just told you about. You got this, bro. Come back and tell us what you got.
All right.
All right, later.
Peace.
Yeah, that's what I'd do. Little triangle of goodness. Go after the Stevenson, the St. Brown, the Walker. Add another player. Do it live. Interesting squad. I mean, he needs to do something, but he's close. You know, he's not there. That ain't gonna win, but it's close. He's one move away. One move away. Debo into a double. That could work, Travis. I don't know. Debo's hard to sell right now. Let's see. We got Al calling. Al, you're live, bro. Oh, Al was live. You're live. What's up? Hello? You're live.
Hey, how's it going, man?
What's up, man?
Great show.
Thank you.
So, I have Kyler Murray, quarterback, Tyler Lockett, Tyler Boyd. Hey, I have Kyler Murray, Tyler Boyd, Tyler Lockett.
Are we deja vu, bro? I thought we just went through this.
No. And Barkley.
No. Wait
Henry.
Wait a minute. You just read that twice.
So I've been offered Devontae Adams, Gabe Davis, and Antonio Gibson for Barkley.
Okay, read this off again. You're throwing me off, bro. I'm in Bizarro world right now. Go ahead. What's the trade again?
Devontae Adams, Gabe Davis, and Antonio Gibson for Barkley.
Okay, Adams, Gabe Davis, and Gibby for Barkley. I would probably take Barkley.
Copy that.
Assuming you have the depth for it.
Well, at running back, I have Henry, Jamal, and Najee.
Henry, Jamal. I mean, Jamal Williams is only as good as long as he stays in the lineup. So you basically have Henry.
Right,
so
right.
Yeah, I would. What are your wide receivers? Are Boyd, Lockett, right? And you said Kyler. I remember that because I heard that twice. Kyler, Boyd, Lockett. Kyler, Boyd, Lockett. Got it.
Yep.
Adams, Gabe Davis, Gibby. So if you make this trade, your top two wide receivers are Boyd and Lockett.
Right now, yes.
I'm sorry. What was your first name?
JR.
JR. We're gonna call you two-time JR. JR 2 times. 2 times JR. Did you really not know that you said it twice?
No, I think I meant Kyler, Tyler, Boyd, Tyler, Lockett.
I don't think so, bro. You need to watch it back, bro. You need to rewatch. You need to rewatch this back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're giving up a lot of depth, but it's not like Gibby's not even really depth, and Gabe Davis is
right.
Take Barkley and run. Take Barkley and run. You got Barkley, you got Henry. You got Kyler. Who else you got? Who's your next best player? If you got Barkley, Henry, and Kyler, who's your next best player?
Gerald Everett.
That's your next best player. Oh, man. I mean,
Daniel Carlson.
At the same time, like, this move's still better for your team, and then maybe you divide and conquer with Barkley or Henry later.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying?
You,
know what I'm
Great
saying?
Show.
Appreciate you. 2-time JR.
Take it easy.
Appreciate you later. Dude, I swear, I'm rewatching that. I know I'm not wrong. What's the chat? He said it twice, didn't he? 2-tone JR, 2 times JR. This dude came in and goes, Kyler, Boyd, Lockett. Okay, I got Kyler, Boyd, Lockett. wait a minute, JR. Did you repeat yourself? No. Oh, we got Neil calling it. Neil, you're live. You're live.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo, what's good, Smitty?
What's good, Neil?
Let me run my team by you real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm in a team PPR Superflex. My quarterbacks are Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, Jimmy G. My wideouts, JJ, Godwin, Garrett Wilson, Kadarius Toney, Tyler Boyd. And my running backs are D. Henry, Kenneth Walker. I have Pollard and
hold on 1 second.
And,
read your running backs again. Running backs?
Yeah, I got you. Henry, Walker, Pollard, Zeke, B-Rob, and D. Jackson. And then I also have Kelsey. So I just pretty much want to know your thoughts. I mean, I'm sitting at 3-5 right now. But the thing about our league is 8 out of 10 teams make the playoffs. So I'm not worried too hard. I'm not worried too bad. I think I'll make the playoffs. But any moves you think I should make just to kind of strengthen my roster overall?
So you got pretty weak QBs, but QBs are hard to trade for.
Yeah.
JJ, Henry, Walker, Kelsey, it's really solid. I mean, your running back room.
Yeah, those four are kind of like my core.
Yeah, they're a good core, and then Godwin's not a horrible additional, and then
yeah, he's a solid wide receiver too, I guess. Yeah,
I would say unless you can upgrade into like a Kyler using some kind of sleek Pollard or Boyd or Tony or Garrett Wilson for upgrade, or maybe even Godwin. I'd entertain trading Godwin and Cousins for like a Kyler or Burrow or something like that, which I don't know that it's possible. But past that, I mean, I'm not sure that I'm moving any of these pieces. What's your record?
I am currently 3-5. The big thing is though, with my league, it's 8 out of 10 teams making the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much guaranteed a playoff spot unless you're like bottom 2.
What about Chase then?
So you can. Sorry?
What about getting Jamar Chase then?
Yeah, Chase, I think could be on the trade block. The guy who has Chase has Amon-Ra, A.J. Brown, and D-Hop. So he's kind of loaded at wideout. So he's definitely a name I could go after for sure.
What about someone says Zeke and Pollard in a trade? What if you traded Zeke and Pollard for Amon? What about Zeke and Pollard for Olave? What about Godwin for St. Brown? What about?
So here's the thing. I've definitely thought about the Zeke and Pollard trade. Thing is though, I'm kind of concerned if Zeke does end up getting hurt again, re-injuring that same knee, and goes down. Pollard is kind of a league winner, so I'm a little bit hesitant to move him. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't blame you for thinking that way, sure. But if you can get a guy that's going to be like, if you could get St. Brown, wouldn't you be extremely elated and happy if based on what St. Brown probably will do if you're getting that kind of production out of Pollard?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, look at it from that perspective. Like, even if Zeke goes down and Pollard gets in there, if Pollard's playing anywhere remotely close to where we think St. Brown will return to, then you're happy and ecstatic. And so like, why not just take the St. Brown, and then you're getting that anyway. And worst case scenario, Pollard gets in there, Pollard and St. Brown are the same, and you guys both break even. But in a best case scenario,
do you think St. Brown will be that level though?
I mean, is there a chance he isn't? Sure, we're seeing like a little bit of that where we're like wondering, But yeah, I mean, I would take the chance on it, especially at the Zeke. Yeah. I mean, this is almost a relevant conversation because the odds are the guy's going to slam the door in your face. That's how much he thinks of St. Brown over Zeke and Pollard. But if he took it, I would gladly take the risk.
Yeah, the thing is though, with regards to the St. Brown owner, he has kind of had St. Brown on the trade block since, like I said, his wide receiver room is loaded. So I do think there is a possible move to be made there. So, I mean, I hear you. If Zeke and Pollard can get it done, yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think that could strengthen my team a bit.
Yeah. Smash. Gronk smash that, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, I'll shoot him an offer and I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, later. Appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, man.
Next caller, who am I talking to?
Matty, what's going on? It's Al.
Al, what's up? You're live.
How you doing?
I'm good.
So I got a tragedy. Michael Thomas has been slayed on my team. My wide receivers is a wasteland pretty much now.
MT was already gone, bro.
The last time I called.
You're saying bye to somebody that already left.
Yeah, he made his way out in week 3. I'm pretty sure we were just all getting ready to hear the official news. But can I give you my team again really quick and just
go ahead.
Kind of see where I'm at? I'm thinking of dividing and conquering Henry. So,
all right.
I got Hurts, Henry, Ken Walker, Diggs, Gallup, Wan'Dale Robinson, Kyle Pitts, ETN, and now I got Landry. I had to pick up DeAndre Carter for this week, probably. I don't know. I got Edwards-Helaire, and then I'm stashing Rashad White and Pacheco to see it, just in case they're league winners. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
I like the.
this is what I'm right.
I like this Rashad White. Hold on, sorry, my brain wasn't letting me talk and write. TE back to back. Pacheco, CEH, I believe it could either just end up being just a big mess and cluster and doesn't amount to anything, but there's a decent shot that this ends up producing a very good result at some point, but we'll see. Just as a bench play, I don't mind it. So your lineup, I mean, would I trade away anything over here? Absolutely. Like CEH, Pacheco, and Gallup for like a Gabe Davis. Like in a heartbeat. I don't like Gallup in that spot.
Yeah, I know. Last time you made me take a lap, I think.
That's right. I mean, he's just not like reliable. Like I just don't. What has he even done? I don't even know what he did last week or the week prior.
I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm always gonna fight for my team regardless. But he doesn't look that good this season.
Has he done? What did he do? What did he do in his last game?
He got like a toe tap, one nice grab so far for us. I mean, he had a game with 0 freaking catches. So, like at this point, I'm just hoping for the best.
4 for 49 in week 8. Wow. That's maybe like Keenan Allen, he gets worse on the bye week though. He seems like the kind of guy that would get injured on the bye week.
Listen, Keenan Allen's disappointing too. So I mean, I didn't draft him this year. Kind of had a feeling, but hopefully now with Mike Williams hurt, he starts producing. But I mean, I don't got him, so I don't got to worry about him.
Okay, so your team, bro, is really, really, really good. I'm not messing with anything like ETN, Walker, Henry, Diggs, Hurts. Those are all fantastic. I'm not dividing and conquering. You don't need to divide and conquer.
No, you think I should stay?
I mean, yeah, I stay there, but the only thing I try and do is get Pacheco and CEH, go to the Gabe Davis owner, go to the, I mean, even Michael Pittman would be intriguing to me in this scenario to replace Gallup. For nostalgia reasons, you can keep Gallup in your lineup on the bench, but I would get what you can RB wise out of CEH and Pacheco, and I think you could probably get something like that, like a wide receiver that's doubted like Pittman.
Mm-hmm. Try to go after Pittman. I know you're huge on Pittman, so now I'm starting to think. Now I'm kind of thinking with my wide receiver 2 and 3. I mean, I feel like Wan'Dale is a good 3, or like, I don't know.
You get Gabe Davis in there, and then you might as well just like sit back, enjoy the show. Hopefully everybody stays healthy, but it's a good team, man. What's your record?
Yeah. Oh, I'm 3-5 right now.
Jeez,
but
really?
That's because I picked up Ken Walker when he was big, whatever. So I made a few pickups. I think I'm on a 5-game losing streak, but now I think I'm pretty good. I think Pitts has just been so disappointing. So that's really I picked him in the second round.
Ooh,
and
that's
I
high.
thought it was a steal.
That's high, bro.
Yeah.
He wasn't really a steal in the second
no,
round.
I got him third. I'm sorry.
Even if he was gonna, yeah, okay, third. I was gonna say even in his peak, he wasn't a steal in the second round. All right, man, go get Pittman or Gabe Davis. I think those would be key components for you.
I'll chase him. Thanks, Mitty, for your help always.
All right, later.
Okay.
Now I'm repeating myself over and over. It's becoming like an OCD thing. Thanks a lot, 2-time JR. Yeah, dial in if you got anything. Super chat. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Smitty, what's going on, my man?
What's up? Who's this?
It's AC.
What's up, AC?
Big guy, I just want to say appreciate you taking the call, bro. I'm a big fan.
Awesome. Glad to have you.
But I'm gonna make this quick for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're trying to get through these, so I'm gonna make this quick.
You're fine.
But so basically, we were talking about a 3-team trade, and just a little while ago, one of the teams just sent me a random trade offer on the side. So I just want to know if you know what you think about it. So he wants Fournette, he wants St. Brown, and he wants A-Rob, Allen Robinson. And then he wants to give me Pierce, Higgins, and Gabe Davis. Now, I tried everything possible to not give up St. Brown, but keeps wanting to go back on it. And I don't know, he just sent me this randomly, and I feel like it's a decent offer, but I just wanted to run it by you and see what you think. So,
yeah, I mean, like if you look at it piece by piece, Higgins, Higgins and St. Brown, I'd rather have St. Brown, but I think a lot of people would argue that they're equal, or one could argue Higgins over St. Brown, so I'm okay. I mean, St. Brown's had his bye week, so that's a disadvantage, but Pierce has had his bye week. And so, end of day, bro, Gabe Davis crushes A-Rob. Higgins and St. Brown are a wash to many people. I'd rather have St. Brown, but guess what? I'm okay with this swap. If I'm upgrading Fournette into Pierce, I take the Pierce side. I smash it.
okay. Yeah, I know Gabe Davis has been a little, down recently, but I mean, if it makes it any better, I have a lot of running backs and I need receivers. So, I mean, I really have St. Brown and that's basically it. So, I mean, I don't know if this kind of evens it out. I mean, I got Kyler and Kittle there too, so now this kind of gives me, then I have Saquon, I'll have Kenneth Walker, Pierce, and I'll have Najee still, which I'm trying to flip Najee in the process right now, but obviously that's a little hard.
Yeah, everybody's saying Pierce side in the chat too. It's not even close.
The Pierce side?
Yeah, chat's saying Pierce side by a mile.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. I appreciate your help.
All right, man. Later. Appreciate you.
Man, have a good talk.
Yeah, that's an easy one. That was easy. Thanks again, Wing, for dropping the $20 hauler. Thank you, Johnny, for dropping the $20 hauler. Thank you, AV, for asking a $10 super chat question.
To the moon.
AV to the moon with the $10 hauler gets a moonshot. Johnny, did I give Johnny a standing O? I think I did. Johnny.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
I think I did. Johnny, appreciate you. I'm 5-3. What's up? Is this Mr. Ron Navy?
This is Mr. Ron Navy.
What's up, Ron?
Hey, so what do you think of this? And this is Underdog for Pick'ems.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Jones, higher than 67.5 rushing yards. They're going against Detroit. So Green Bay's going against Detroit. The Bills are going against the Jets. So I got Stephon Diggs over half a touchdown. Romeo Doubs over basically 50 yards receiving, 49.5 higher. Josh Allen, 280.5 passing yards, and Gabe Davis higher than 55.5 receiving yards.
I like everything, but I don't know about Dobbs. I'm okay with it, but I don't feel like ultra excited. But I think I'm gonna roll with what you're saying here because you just cashed out $1,200, dollars on that. So I'm gonna roll.
Well,
I'm gonna roll with your call.
They're going against Detroit. Detroit gives up crap ton to the receivers, and pretty much Dobbs is becoming one of the only receivers that Rodgers is using. I mean, he even had a touchdown in the last one, so that's why I went that way.
Let's pull it up here real quick. Underdog. Let me make a deposit here. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty, everybody. For those that don't know, they'll match up to $100 of your first deposit. And what we're talking about here are the props. And this is what we'll do. I'm gonna screen share real quickly. All right, here we go. Let's screen share, and I'm gonna do this prop with Ron Navy on the phone here. All right, let me add this here. Oh, hold on. All right, so Ron, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to on the Underdog Fantasy app using promo code Smitty. We're going to go to the Pick'em, and we're going to go to NFL. And what was the first one that you're looking at, Ron?
Aaron Jones.
All right, so Aaron Jones. Okay, Aaron Jones. I'm there.
Yeah, simply they're playing Detroit. Detroit's defense we know stinks.
So are you doing rushing yards?
I think. Yeah, I did Aaron Jones rushing yards 67, higher than 67.5 yards.
Okay, next one, Dobbs.
No, next one was Stephon. Well, yeah, Dobbs is on there. I got Dobbs for higher than 49.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
And then go to the Buffalo game. This is where it might screw because Buffalo was their last game was kind of screwy for this stuff, but it really all depends on the Jets. But I got Diggs I put him higher than 0.5 receiving touchdown.
Okay.
And then I got Gabe Davis at higher than 55.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
And I'm kind of going with that one because last time Davis didn't get nothing, and usually, it alternates.
Yeah. All right. Who's the next one? Who's the fifth one?
Yeah, Josh Allen. That's the big one. That's higher than 280.5 passing yards.
Okay, so when we select this, just so everybody knows, if you see at the top of the screen, it has a 20 times multiplier. So when you take 5 different players like this and you do the props over under, and then once you get the fifth one, is 20 times multiplier. So I'm just going to show you for an example. $5 will get you 100. So I hit submit on that ticket, confirm. That $5 bet will now get me $100 if those 5 things land. It's absolutely phenomenal. You can just do a bunch of different $5 bets, a bunch of different $10 bets. Ron Navy does $20 and $40 and $60 bets. If I was picking from this, Ron, I like your ticket. I like that. That's why I played it. I just threw the $5 on it. I'm going to say Josh Allen. They don't have a TD. They don't have a TD one on here for him, do they?
No.
That sucks. Rushing yards. I don't know about that. I'm going to go with Diggs TD. I like your call there. Gabe Davis over 55. Aaron Jones. I don't know. I'm going to stay away from the Aaron Jones one since we already did that one. Swift. Oh, man. Under 34.5 yards, maybe? I don't do a lot of unders, but I feel like Swift isn't going to even be used much.
Yeah, but you know what? You're going into that's a trap, because as soon as you don't think that's many, that's when Swift is going to go off.
Maybe I should sacrifice this one for everybody.
No.
I mean,
Not when it comes to real money.
Well, but let's just do a $5 bet here to help turn the tide. You know what I'm saying, chat?
Well, I actually going in on 100. I'm doing what you were going to do if you won last week. I put $100 down on this.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not saying on your bet. I did yours already. We're together on that one. We're gonna ride and die on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's already locked in.
No.
I locked that one in. I'm just saying on this one, do I go lower than Swift, or lower on this for Swift? I kind of feel like they don't even know if they're gonna use them. What does the chat think? Do it. I'm gonna do this one for everybody. I'm hoping that it reverses the tide. St. Brown's 70.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, we're gonna try and flip the script on this one.
You're giving up $5 to change reverse psychology.
Yeah, we're doing it for the team. We're taking one for the team. Dalvin Cook. JJ 88.5 yards. I'm going over on that. I know that's a higher number, but I still think he's gonna crush it.
I did JJ. I did the second one for 40. I did JJ on the over, Tua on the over, Eckler on the over, Tyreek Hill on the over.
Hey, what about this 81.5 total yards for Deonta Foreman? That's pretty good.
Against Minnesota?
Well, I mean, total yards, though. I like it.
Cincinnati, I mean. They're playing Cincinnati, not
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Cincy. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe I take JJ out for right now. Go back in to see what else. I might add JJ back in, but I'm out of. Suppose 261.
I think Eckler over 55.5 rushing yards. I think that's a smash.
Yeah, let me lock this one in.
How does Eckler not get over 55.5 rushing yards? I mean, against Atlanta, really? I mean, I think that's a smash.
I'm just gonna do I'm gonna do a bunch of these $5 ones just to show people. So Diggs, Gabe Davis, Swift, Jefferson, Deonta Foreman, they're all overs except for Swift is an under. Now I'm gonna head back over to Deonta Foreman, over 81.5 total yards. Burrow over 261.5 passing. That's pretty good. Higgins over 75.5. That seems like a lock.
Yeah, but I don't trust Higgins. He's burned me a couple times already.
Devontae Adams 75. I'll take it. ETN 22 receiving yards. That looks like a good one.
Yeah. Now everybody should know, if you're watching this, if you're doing this now, that's good. But these numbers are subject to change, and they also change the categories sometimes as it gets closer to the games.
Yeah. Ramondre Stevenson 70 yards rushing. Tyreek Hill, 89 receiving yards. It seems attainable, but he does do that where he goes up and down and it vanishes. I'm a little worried about that. Khalil Herbert, 40 yards rushing. That's pretty good. feel like I'm a kid in a candy store. Kenneth Walker, 70. Oh, God, 89.5 total yards. Let's go over on the Kenny Walker there. DK Metcalf, over 65. Well, his injury worries me. Cooper Kupp, over 85 yards. I don't know about his health.
Yeah.
Um,
And then sometimes, it's always that one player that you pick that you think is a lock that ends up not being the lock and pissing you off.
what do you think about this Mike Evans, 68.5 yards over? That's pretty good.
They're playing the Rams. He should be able to get that.
What about Derrick Henry, 88.5 rushing yards?
They're playing. Who they play? Oh, they're playing
KC.
Kansas City. That depends, because if Malik starts again, they're going to be rushing Henry. But if for some reason they get really behind, that's going to be kind of weird. But yeah, he should. I mean, you know me, I bet on Henry all day long. But
this one's tough because this feels like a lock. This Kamara, 36.5 receiving yards and 60.5 rushing yards. But you look at his game log and he does divide it up like in a weird way. 96 yards receiving in week 1, 99 rushing in week 3. Or I'm sorry, the last 2 weeks. So that one's kind of deceiving. And they don't give you the total. They don't want you touching the total. They just want to give you, they're splitting it up. I feel like Kelsey, 72.5 is pretty good. Mahomes, 285.5 is pretty good.
It's really weird with the Kansas City Tennessee game, because Tennessee matches up good with KC for some reason. They give KC a hard time. You wouldn't think that, but they do. They give KC, historically they give KC a hard time.
Let's see. Where was that? It was ETN that I wanted to add to this one. Stevenson, 70.5 rushing yards. Deion Jackson, 55 rushing yards seems doable. It is New England, but that seems doable. I love this ETN one. ETN over 22.5 receiving yards. So the question is there anyone here I want to take off? I guess Mike Evans, 68.5. Or Stevenson, maybe. Like, Stevenson could have 60, 70 yards rushing and then like 30 or 40 receiving. And
so you're going with the ETN 22.5 receiving yards?
I'm going with that one. I'm going with the Kenneth Walker, 89.5 total yards. I'm going with the Derrick Henry, 88.5 rushing yards. I'm going with 68.5 Mike Evans. And then maybe I take off Evans or Stevenson. I'm going with Stevenson, 70.5 rushing yards over. But there was another one I wanted to add.
ETN.
No, I added that one. It was it might have been the Joe Burrow one. Or maybe it's Deontay Foreman on this one. That's a pretty good one. Maybe I'll leave. I'll do that.
No, you went with ETN 22 over 22.5 receiving yards?
Yeah.
What's he been getting for receiving yards every week?
ETN. Let's see. Guys, promo code Smitty, Underdog Fantasy. If you want to do this with us, go to Underdog Fantasy. Link is in the description of the video, but let me drop the link in the live chat as well. But you guys can do this with us and make the same, rip off the same contest, and then we'll all win together. So use promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit that you make. So my tickets right here are these 5 right here. Ramondre Stevenson, ETN, Kenneth Walker, Mike Evans, Derrick Henry. The second ticket was Travis Etienne over 22.5 receiving yards. Devontae Adams over 75.5 receiving yards. Deonta Foreman over 81.5 total yards. T. Higgins 75.5 receiving yards over. And Joe Burrow over 261. Ticket number 3 was JJ over 88.5 receiving yards. Diggs over 0.5 TDs. So 1 TD and he wins that. DeAndre Swift 34.5 rushing under. That's the only under I've taken in like weeks. And then Deonta Foreman 81.5 total yards, and then Gabe Davis 55.5 receiving. And then this next ticket, did I already read that one? And then the Ron Navy ticket. This is the Ron Navy special. If anybody wants to be a part of this as a group, we do it together. We win together. We take down Underdog. Take down Underdog all at once. We're doing the Aaron Jones over 67.5 rushing yards. Over 0.5 TDs for Diggs. So 1 TD and he's got it. Romeo Doubs getting the dub. All he's got to do is get over 49.5 receiving yards. Josh Allen over 280.5. And Gabe Davis 55.5. There it is.
Yeah, that's the one I'm worried about, is the Josh Allen one.
So you gave me the one you're most worried about.
Well, I mean, he should have over that, but the way they played last week kind of like makes me wonder if he's going to get that.
Well, do you have a better ticket?
He should.
Do you have a ticket you feel better about?
Well, I always go with a couple different tickets, but yeah, I have. Well, I told you about the other one, didn't I?
I don't know.
The other one was just JJ over, Tua over, because they're playing Chicago. Chicago has no defense now. They gave away their defense. So I put Tua over 266 passing yards. Eckler over 55.5 rushing yards. Tyreek Hill over 87.5 receiving yards. And Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns against Washington.
I like it. And what's also cool about this, guys, is you could do these rivals. So if you flip this tab over to rivals, see I can flip it at the top, higher, lower rivals. You got to keep in mind, I didn't know at first when I did it, that there's the line right above Josh Allen's face, or right below his face. Whoops. Yeah. It says 10.5. That means that you have to account for that. You have to win that bet by more than 10.5. So rushing yards, who's going to outrush the other one? Singletary or Josh Allen? And you got to outrush. If you pick Josh Allen, you got to outrush him by 10.5. If you pick Singletary, you get a 10.5 head start. So these are kind of cool.
I don't like.
Yeah, they're cool though. I mean, they're fun.
They're cool, but I don't like those. I don't like the that's like the points. I don't like the point spreads.
Mm-hmm.
They screw me up every time.
Yeah. All right, Ron. Appreciate you. I better get back to these super chats.
Vamp was like, Dubs has got to show up. Well, if he's going to show up, he's going to show up against Detroit, because Detroit, everybody knows Detroit has no defense and they give up big time to the wide receivers. So this is all everybody got to realize. All these are a chance, and you just got to go with the best percentages. And you're going to hit some, and you're going to just miss some. But I've done pretty well overall this year, hitting them.
Yeah. I mean, you did good last week, man. That's for sure. That's why I wanted to do one of the tickets with you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
Later.
All right.
Ron Navy, everybody. The man, the myth, the legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Run the Dawn.
Ron dropping some of his Underdog fantasy knowledge. Promo code Smitty. Just got Andrews for Pitts. Patterson and Judy. That's a home run. That's a home run, bro.
You've just been Smitty approved.
That's fantastic. Okay. Phone line. I'm not going to the phone lines yet, so if you're calling in, you're wasting your time. I got to get to these super chats. I'll open the phone lines back up in a minute. Malik with the super chat. Malik says, Schmitty, 12 full PPR, start 3, Olave, St. Brown, Davis, Palmer. Going Olave, I'm going St. Brown, I'm going Davis. But I don't mind Palmer, Davis, Palmer. You got to pick your poison there. There's a little bit higher risk going with Palmer, but the upside might be a tad bit higher. I do believe Davis is probably safer. But I would probably put Paul. I don't know. I go back and forth on that. I might go Palmer over Gabe Davis. I don't know. That's a tough one. Maybe that one, we leave that one for tomorrow night. It's a really good question, though. Mar with another $9.99 hauler. Jalen Hurts, Barkley, Walker, Swift, Rashad White, Mark Andrews, Godwin, Hopkins. I like it. It's a very good team. I don't know what I'm doing here. What are we doing here? Just showing off your team? That's a fantastic team, man. Mark Andrews, Kenneth Walker, Barkley, Swift. I like to get rid of Swift if you can. Hopkins. I mean, that's a squad right there. I like it, man. Hopkins is a nice wide receiver given the rest of your team. Given you got Barkley, Walker, and I'd try and get rid of Swift for a St. Brown if you can. You know, if you got to give up something else, I do it. I give up Higbee. I especially with your tight end situation, Higbee and Swift for a St. Brown might get done. You know, that'd be a good move. This is from Eduardo. Eduardo dropping a super chat. Are Swift and Jamal rest of season 2022? Are Swift and Jamal rest of season 2022's Javonte and Gordon? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying, is it going to just be a cluster every week? It could be, but at this current moment, Swift isn't doing it. Like, he's not out there. They're not even, like, they're saying we're going to try and get him some work. Like I said in the last live stream, that's like when Dad tells you he's going to get you ice cream later, and then it later comes, and you're like, we're not getting ice cream, are we? I just, you know, we're going to get Swift the ball on week number 9. Are you? I hope so. I'm not banking on it week 9. That's for sure. So, I don't know. I kind of feel like Jamal's going to be, until Swift takes back over the job, which may not happen. Hit that thumb up button. We got 300 people in here and only 100 thumbs up. Punch that thumb up button for your boy. Yeah, I don't start both of them the rest of season. I probably roll with Jamal until Swift proves himself, but I get what you're saying, and the answer is I don't know. Jared with the $20 hauler. Jared gets immediate assistance. I'm sorry, Jared, that it kept you waiting. Jared, let's go.
Mashed potatoes.
Appreciate you, Jared. Yeah, buddy. Jared says whiteboard 6-2. Cousins, Watson, Barkley, Etienne, Gibson, Wilson, Hines. Sorry, Jared, I didn't mean to make you wait. Okay, let's go to the whiteboard. Let's do it live. Let's see what we could do here. Cousins, Watson, Barkley, Etienne. Cousins, Watson, Barkley, Etienne, Gibby, Wilson, Hines. Gibby, Wilson, Hines. Chuba, okay. Andrews, Likely, Everett, Godwin, Andrews, Likely, Godwin, Amari, Rondell. Okay, Godwin, Amari, Wandell. All right. So this team here, what could you do to upgrade your wide receivers? Maybe move Barkley or Andrews potentially. I don't think I move Andrews because he's injured and he's kind of a bye right now. And you got Likely and Andrews. I mean, that's attractive to have both of them descend. But at the same time, I don't know. This is the week to do that. You might want them to bounce back. I think the move to make for you is to try and trade Amari and to try and trade... Man, I'd almost, I mean, this is small, but I'm just giving you my first thought. I'd almost rather start Wilson and trade these two guys away together, which might be hard, might not be, depending on if you can find an owner that's needy at wide receiver. That wouldn't be a bad move if you could pull it off. Past that, a divide and conquer situation isn't crazy for your team, because technically you have 1 gun, 2 guns, 3 guns, and that's pretty much it. It's hard to imagine a team with just 3 big guns like that winning. But it's possible, so I don't dismantle for nothing. But do I trade away Barkley and try and get a Walker and St. Brown, which has been like my go-to? And I don't know that this person owns this duo, but if you were to, let's move Godwin down here. Godwin, you're able to get like a St. Brown and a Walker. All of a sudden, this team's looking a lot better to me. Walker, ETN, St. Brown, Godwin, Amari, Andrews, that's something I would look to do. So you have to figure out what the Walker owner has. Is it something equivalent to St. Brown? What's the St. Brown owner have? Is it something equivalent to Walker? If that doesn't work, go to the Stevenson owner, see what they have. Barkley for, I guess, a list of running backs. You'd be surprised. So to answer this question, Walker's too close as Jordan P. to Barkley to get him. This doesn't seem to be the case outside of our community. I think we're forgetting how high we are on Walker, Jordan, because we've had several people in the chat already push back. Not regulars in the chat. Several people already push back on that Walker's not close to a top 5 overall running back. So I don't think that's the case. I think you need to, Jordan, explore deals where you're thinking you might as well not even offer, but start thinking about that we're the only ones that are this high on them, bro. I really think it's something you should explore versus just assume. You know what I mean? Other running backs capable of going, crazy using Barkley and doing this 2-for-1 style would be, you already have ETN, he'd be perfect. Pierce, he kind of went off. I don't know if you're going to be able to pull it off. Aaron Jones in a St. Brown, Pierce in a St. Brown, Pierce in a Debo. People are low on Debo. Maybe Pierce in a Jamar Chase if you can wait, or Stevenson and Jamar Chase. Preferably a Pierce and a Jamar Chase. And then you wait on Jamar Chase. That's kind of where I'd take this team, bro. There's not a lot to do using Barkley, but just go to the one player, target the player, and then see what else they have. You get the anchor down. The anchor is going to be Walker. The anchor is going to be Aaron Jones. The anchor is going to be Stevenson. The anchor is going to be Dameon Pierce. The anchor is going to be, like I said, Kenneth Walker. Then at that point, it's like, I don't know that there's a move to make dividing Barkley into 2 if you can't pull off one of those. And maybe you wait a week and you let some of these guys gain value. So this was not the way it was. Let me re-put the team the way it was. It was Barkley. That's what he has. So appreciate your $20 hauler, my dude. This one's from Heavy. It's a $10. Did I get Jared? That was Jared's. Thank you, Jared. Did I get? Yeah, okay, I think I'm caught up. So Heavy's $10.
To the moon.
Thank you, Heavy. This is the wrong one. There we go. Heavy says, full PPR, which of these running backs are trending toward breaking out? Jalen Warren, Hilliard, Madison, or Damian Harris? Probably Warren. If I had to pick, I'd say Warren. Don't sleep on Walker, and don't sleep on Walker. Who's sleeping on Walker, bro? What are you talking about? There's like that guy in the comments today on one of my videos says, Smitty, I think you're sleeping on ETN. Oh my God. What you guys were going to bat. It was funny. It was funny. I love reading it, but this guy in the comments was like, in my last video, he's like, bro, I think you're sleeping on ETN. Where's this comment at? Let me see if I can find it. I think it was in the Panic Chamber episode. Let's see. Let me pull it up. I got to pull it up and put it on screen because it's hilarious. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking? How do you get the gall to come in and say something like that? Let me see. Smitty, let's see. Trade actually, where is this at? ETN. Here we go. Oh, boy. Let me put this up. Let me try and blur out. I don't want to call him out too bad, so I'm gonna blur it out. But like, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. How do I fill this in? Hold on. Hold on, guys. This is going to be worth the wait. Give me a second. Let me just get rid of these. Not that it matters. It's on my channel. But I just want the guy not to like get blasted or something by everybody. But here's where I had Travis go to bat. Travis was in there. All right, here it is. This is hilarious. So this guy in my comments was just like, okay, here we go. He's like, yo, Smitty. Yo, Smitty, I think you're sleeping on ETN based on what I've seen. How am I sleeping on ETN? How am I sleeping on ETN? And then you got LOL, you must be new to the channel. Wrong. He says wrong. But Smitty is sleeping, he keeps spelling my name wrong, is sleeping on these dudes. And everybody's going to back. Why you keep calling him Smithy? Smithy on purpose. And then this guy says, bro. Oh my God. Okay, what was that? What were we doing here? Jalen Warren probably, bro. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack on that, but I was like, what's this guy smoking, bro? What's up, Rockout?
What's up? Can I get some whiteboard treatment?
Yeah, let me get through these super chats. Hang tight, just right there for me. You might be able to help me answer these. I just want to get through these real quick. 10-team PPR, 2 and 6. Jalen Hurts, Hopkins, Lamb, Boyd. Any moves? I mean, I like Hurts. I like Hopkins. I like Lamb. You're hurting at running back. I mean, you're not winning this league with JT, Swift, and Foreman. Like you're gonna have to figure something out. Now maybe Deion Jackson takes over, Swift JT gets shut down for the year, and Deion does okay for you, or JT bounces back in a week from now, and then you're back on track. Swift is, I mean, this is dangerous territory for you, but you almost don't have many moves to make because, I mean, Lamb and Hopkins, you already got 2 wide receivers, so if you're trading JT or Swift away, it's got to be for an RB. Like, would I trade Swift and Foreman for Walker or something? Of course I would. But could you get that? I don't know. I almost feel like this team you've got to bank on JT. You got to bank on Deion Jackson coming out like a monster. Foreman ripping it up. Khalil Herbert if you need him to step up. And then you need JT to come back strong next week and Swift to come back strong. You're the one team where I say don't trade JT and Swift. You almost just, unless you could trade them for running backs like Walker and Stevenson, and you have to sit. Your receivers are good enough. You're fine. You're fine everywhere else, and there's not a lot of wiggle room for you running back for running back. You know, trading Swift and JT is easiest for a wide receiver. You could trade one of them for Andrews. That might work. Trade one of them for Andrews. Probably trade Swift for Andrews. I worry about him more. And you get Andrews, you put him in there, and then you got Foreman, Deion, and JT, and then maybe that works out for you, and that swings it back in your advantage. I think I'd probably entertain that. This one right here from Saeed. Saeed says 12-team, 1 QB, 2 running back. Just showing off Smitty. Dak, JT, Walker, ETN, Ramondre, JJ, AJ Brown, Walker, Hollywood. That's a great team, bro. Dak, JT, Walker, ETN, Ramondre, JJ, AJ Brown. You can afford to wait on JT too in this situation. That's good. That's good. With your running backs, Walker, ETN, and Ramondre, would I trade JT for Andrews? I would in your situation, Saeed. I think that would be a good move. Hit, drop Tony, Akers, Hendy, got ETN, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, and Aaron Jones. Would I drop Tony, Akers, Hendy? Drop one. Probably dropping. Who would you drop? Rock out, Tony, Akers, or Hendy?
Tony, Akers, Hendy. Tony, Hendy, Akers.
Yeah, probably. I agree. Show me, Daniel says, show me a league where someone accepts JT and Swift for Kenneth Walker. Well, you obviously give a little more if you can, my guy, but there are people out there that undervalue and make mistakes all the time. But you obviously add something to it, but that's your target. You know, your target means that's who you're going after. What do you give up? What do you give up? What's the most you can give up to make that trade? What can you upgrade him with? What can you add in? So it's not just like that, bro. I mean, come on. No one's saying you're gonna obviously get it straight up half the time. People make bad trades all the time, bro. You're giving the human race way too much credit. Just traded Burrow and Lamb for Allen. I could get behind that. It's a hefty price. It's a hefty price. I mean, Burrow's he's number 2. Burrow's number 2. I know Mahomes had a bye. I get it, but he's number 2. So it is a hefty price, but I don't mind Josh Allen. I think he's fire. Do I start Jackson or Khalil Herbert? Herbert's higher risk, higher reward. D Jackson is more guaranteed volume. All right, I'm almost done with these. Hang tight for me there, Rock Out. I'll ask you a couple questions as we go. Just traded Burrow and Lamb. Oh, I just got that one.
No, you're good.
AV, I know I'm on it, bro. I'm on it, AV. Hang tight, AV. This guy didn't attach anything. Thank you for your super chat, though. I'll try and look for your question somewhere. Oh, here he goes. Here, I found it. Smitty, Deion Jackson, or Kenyon Drake? I messed up my super chat. I'd probably go Deion Jackson. I don't trust Kenyon Drake. He feels like fool's gold. Dre, you dropped something without a super chat. You didn't include the name. I'll go looking for it if I can find it, Dre. AV, calm down, AV. We need you to calm down, AV. I'm not skipping anything. This is you're walking up to the restaurant and asking for a table, and the reservation's not ready yet. Okay, the reservation's not ready. Now it's ready. You're next up in line, AV. You skipped my $10 super chat, bro. Help me out. Did I skip his other super chat? Maybe I did. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Standard League 3 wide receiver flex. I'm in a 5-3. Kyler Murray, Aaron Jones, ETN, Pollard, Jamal Williams, Jermichael Hasty. Maybe I did miss this one, AV. I'm sorry if I did. If I did, I'll take a lap. I always miss the one when I'm telling somebody that they're being impatient, and then I did miss it. What is this? What's the question here? JJ Sutton. Bad trade. Okay, what's the trade? Traded away Khalil Herbert for Devontae Smith. I mean, I would have rather had Khalil Herbert, I suppose, but I mean, right now I feel that way. But like even before the game, like if you're like, I need a wide receiver, Smitty, should I do this? I would have been like, bro, it's you're gonna hit and miss on this. You know, these kind of calls half the time. They're 50-50 calls. And Devontae Smith could have went out and dropped 100 and a touchdown, and guess what? Everybody would have been singing his praises. So, I mean, it wasn't a bad trade. Do I like Herbert a little more right now? I do. But I don't think it's a bad trade. You need a wide receiver bad. Well, you got Kyler, you got Aaron Jones, you got Etienne, you got Pollard, you got Jamal. So you have some potential trade bait in Pollard and Jamal. You have JJ, you have Sutton, you have Curtis Samuel. Okay, so you do kind of need a wide receiver. I would say Sutton and Pollard, or Sutton and Jamal. Who could he get, rock out? Sutton and Pollard, Sutton and Jamal. DK, Olave. Jamal should get him Olave, especially if he like threw in Sutton, right? DK,
Hey,
Higgins.
coming off a kind of light game.
You what?
I said Olave's coming off a light game, so possibly.
Yeah, I think that's doable for you, bro. I got Bill's blasting the line. Bill, I'm not answering until I get through these super chats, so you might as well stop with the dialing in. I'll answer in a few minutes, Bill. Bill's relentless. Bill's calling every 2 seconds. Bill wants to get into the show bad. Bill, I'll answer your call specifically once I see you after I answer these super chats. Yeah, I think I'd probably go after DK. I'd go after Higgins. I'd go after Olave. Those are all really good moves. Gabe Davis is a fantastic buy low. Sutton for Gabe Davis. Pollard for Gabe Davis, probably. I would probably do that. I would. Jamal Williams, you want a little more. Like Jamal Williams and Pollard, or Jamal Williams and Sutton specifically could get you a DK, get you an Olave, maybe get you a Higgins, maybe get you something along those lines. AV, I hope that helped you. I'm sorry I made you wait. That's my fault. Almost through the super chats. Hang tight. AV, thank you again. Anthony, Debo and Deonta Foreman, too much for Kenneth Walker. No, it's not, in my opinion. It's fine. I would still do that. I mean, Debo and Deonta Foreman is not a bad haul for the other guy. Like, you didn't blast him, but it's certainly not something that I feel like you're giving up too much. This one here is from Vamp.
To the moon.
$10 hauler from Vamp. Smitty, I have a conspiracy that we shouldn't draft the players you like because most people undervalue them compared to us. Since you predict breakouts, we can buy them low. Yeah, I mean, some of that also works with my stay away from players, you know, like Derrick Henry. You know, I do fear he could still get hurt, but like, drafting him the reverse. So drafting him, then trading him, you know, before week 10 or 11 is also similar to that. But yeah, that would be a funny approach in a league for sure. This one's from Reacts. Reacts says, would you trade Diggs for Evans and Higgins? Diggs for Evans and Higgins. Would you do that, Rockout?
Diggs Evans for who?
Diggs for Evans and Higgins.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I think I'd do it if you really, really needed to divide and conquer. But I don't know that I would. In general, I don't know that I want to get rid of Diggs. I don't know how I feel about that. What is
I'll try to keep Diggs if I can.
What does the chat think on that? I mean, Evans is pretty good though.
I like Evans, but I'm not sure about Higgins.
Yeah, I think I'd just rather keep the better player 9 times out of 10. But Hill, Cook, Waddle, Olave, my core streaming running back 2, offered Jacobs and Duvernay for Hill and Gibson. I'd take Hill and Gibson over Devernay and Jacobs. Guy also has Terry and Pittman. Should I go for one of them? I mean, I'd rather have Hill. If he says no, then, I mean, I'd go for one of them, but I'm not giving up the 4 you suggested, and I don't really know what else you have to work with. But I'd say in general, I like Pittman. I like Terry McLaurin. But I would definitely wouldn't trade Jacobs for Terry and Pittman. That's not enough. You need to get, if you're trading Jacobs, you need to go get yourself a big gun. You're either going straight across for an Adams, who's got his bye week out of the way, or you're going for like a Walker and you're trying to do something else. You're getting a Stevenson and something. But I like the trade you cooked up. V-San, Guy wants Swift Myers for Walker or Swift for JT. Guy wants Swift and Myers for Walker. I want Walker over Swift and Myers, or Swift for JT. I'd rather have JT over Swift, and I'd much rather have Walker over all of them. So thank you for the super chat. Vamp with one more context to my super chat. Using your analogy, you draft the Lambo and trade it for trade it and then keep more. I got you. And I agree with you in some context, but at the same time, like, what if the players ball out right away and you can't get them? You know what I mean? Like, we can't always predict that it's going to. We had a few circumstances where Walker, Brees Hall, ETN were going to break out later. And if they broke out in week 1, you wouldn't have been able to trade for them. So I get your context, and it maybe some of it would make sense, and we can look at that a little bit in the offseason. Like, maybe we should let others draft a couple of these guys, but at the same time, I don't mind reaching for my players. But I understand what you're saying. Evans for St. Brown and Waller. I take St. Brown and Waller, but that's me. I could totally understand why somebody might take Evans. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. We still only have 124 thumbs up. We've had like 24 thumbs up over the last like hour and 15 minutes. Only 24 people have hit thumbs up, and we still have like clear over 250, 270 people constantly in the live stream. So please punch that for your boy Smitty. Give me St. Brown and Waller, but that's me. I don't think everybody agrees. Last super chat, Evans. Oh, that was it. Oh, no, there's one more coming in. Ron Navy says, prediction this week, Higgins 110 yards and 2 touchdowns, says Ron Navy. Let's go. Making it rain. Joe Burrow's gonna ball out hopefully in this game. Okay, Rock Out, what's your team? Let's do a marker board sesh for you. Let's go.
All right, my team's in scrambles. My team is 6-2, and my quarterback is Cousins with Kamara, A.J. Brown, Olave, A-Rob, Herbert, Schultz and Likely, B-Rob, Pacheco, Zay Jones, and Jahan Dobson.
You have after A-Rob, who did you have? I got Schultz, Likely, Zay Jones, A-Rob. Who else?
A-Rob, Khalil Herbert, B-Rob, Pacheco, Zay Jones, Jahan Dobson.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Tough to say that's going to take home the prize, but I would say, like, you know, what you could do is maybe trade. Man.
I was thinking maybe A-Rob with someone.
Yeah, no one
even
wants
though
A-Rob.
he's not exactly the best option.
No one wants A-Rob, bro.
Right.
I don't think people will pick him up. I mean, AJB's tradable. Kamara's tradable. So what if you did this? What if you took this team and you went Swift and you got Andrews?
So the volume went down.
What?
So the volume went down.
Swift for Andrews. And then Kamara. Who's the St. Brown owner have?
The volume went down.
I don't know. I'm talking loud and clear in here. You're not hearing me? You might have to call back, Rock Out. I don't know. Swift, you could watch this replay too. I'll hit it. But Swift and if you traded Swift for like St. Brown and somebody, go to the running back. Let's see if Rockout can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the St. Brown owner have at running back?
He got Stevenson.
He does. Okay. What about St. Brown and Stevenson for Kamara? No, maybe that's not enough. That's not enough, is it, chat?
Well, you don't exactly need it just because he got CMC.
He what?
You don't really need it because he has CMC.
What's the Walker owner have at wide receiver?
Walker, JJ, and Godwin, and Sutton. Yeah, like everybody has like weird teams for whatever reason.
What does the ETN owner have at wide receiver? Ziggy, off.
Come on, Ziggy. Gabe Davis, Renati Moore, Debo, and Ken Allen. Yeah, it's pretty tough for some of these teams just because they don't have depth at certain areas.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I mean, Andrews owner, is it possible to give up Swift for Andrews, do you think?
What, for Andrews?
Yeah, well, that's my idea, Rockout. I'm not sure what to tell you on this other than I would try and use Swift to get Andrews. I would try and use Kamara to get two players. I don't think you could win it without doing those moves. If you can't get Andrews using Swift, I would try and get like a Stevenson straight across. I would try and explore a Hopkins. I'd try and explore using Swift. I'd try and explore getting an Evans. I'd try and get another wide receiver. I could give you advice for would be Higgins or Evans or maybe even DK using Swift. Lave, you already have. AJ Brown, you already have. That's pretty much it as far as trading Swift straight across. So CeeDee Lamb, Waddle, Debo, Hopkins, Higgins, Evans, DK. Just go straight down the list for Swift, for and Andrews, and for Kamara. It's get your anchor. Go to the ETN owner. Go to the Dameon Pierce owner. Go to the Aaron Jones owner. Go to the Stevenson owner and see what else you can add in. And those are the moves I'm trying to make to try and divide and conquer this team into a contender. Because it's okay with A.J. Brown, Olave, but it definitely needs that, like Andrews or because Swift and Kamara. And I mean it's okay. I don't think it's. You're 6-2 though. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Does the chat think he's better off staying put? Does the chat think that this team can win without a move? Maybe it just needs one move. Maybe you don't trade Kamara. Maybe you keep Kamara, A.J. Brown, Olave, and you just need one move. Maybe you just got to trade Swift. Maybe it's trading Swift into Stevenson, trading him into Hopkins, trading him into one of those wide receivers like that I named Higgins. Maybe you just need the one move.
Yeah, maybe Swift for Stevenson.
Yeah, try that. Does anybody else have an idea? Logic said don't trade Kamara. I'm okay with you not trading Kamara.
I don't need a good amount, but teams don't have enough depth to do it.
I'm okay with you keeping Kamara. I just want you to make one move. Travis says don't trade Kamara.
As a decent flex.
Here's the other thing that I'm not considering either. You know, if Swift returns to form after 1 week, then you can win. Because you're 6-2.
Yeah. surprisingly.
So don't panic. Don't panic. I'm gonna take it all back. Rock out. It's 6-2. What if Swift comes back? I mean, you almost have to bank on that. It's almost, if you can get rid of Swift for Stevenson, I'd probably do it. If you can get rid of him for anything remotely close, Aaron Jones, I'd probably do it. But if you can't, I mean, ride it out, bro. Ride it out. What if Herbert gets in there? You might be all right.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, but Yellowstone's next Sunday on the 13th.
What is?
Yellowstone.
Oh, Yellowstone on the next Sunday. It's back.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Oh man, that made my day. Thank you, Rock Out. I'm excited. If anybody hasn't seen Yellowstone, it's such a good show. Such a good show.
Yeah, but I'll catch you later.
All right, you got anything else? I want to rush you off. I don't know what to do on this other than stand pat.
Are you cool with Likely this week, or would you pick up Logan Thomas?
I like Likely. I think he's gonna be game planned into a lot.
Yeah, I just need a upside guy for Schultz while he's out on the
They
bye.
love him too, bro. They love him. They think Likely's the best. They want to get him the football.
And would you do A-Rod and Herbert at the 2 flex, or A-Rod and Zay at the flex?
A-Rob. Probably go Zay and Herbert, but A-Rob's capable that one time that we finally give up on him. You know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Bill,
Bill, you're on the phone with Rock Out and Smitty. What's up? You're live.
What's up, fellas? Just got a flex question. Hey, what's up, Rock Out? How you doing, bro?
Good.
Wondering who I should start at flex this week. Hopefully, you guys can steer me in the right direction. I got AJ Dillon, Pacheco, Michael Carter, or James Conner. And I can start James Conner and have a provisional starter. So I could say James Conner is my starter, but one of those other three will be the starter if James Conner is ruled out because he's a game-time decision.
I mean, you got to do that. So if James Conner's playing, he's of the guys you listed. Name him again. You got James Conner. He's your provisional starter. And then who your guy?
AJ Dillon.
Yeah. Pacheco.
Isaac Pacheco. And Michael Carter. I've lost Brees. I've lost all my stars, so I'm trying to piece it together. As you know.
That's brutal, bro. I mean,
No, I know. I've lost Devontae, Swift, and Brees in 2 leagues. It's just been an uphill. But I'm 5-4. I'm in the fight.
Yeah. I would say Connor for sure as your provisional. What? By the way, which is so weird to me that people still do that, where you can you can have the replacement. I can't personally. I can't stand that. I can't.
It's called a provisional starter. It's because you're not adherent to the NFL game schedule. So if you got a player on Monday night like I do, and Andrews, you have a second tight end, you're not screwed just because Andrews happens to play on a Monday night. It's just insurance for owners, man. Nobody. Yeah. I don't want to play against a guy that has a late scratch because NFL teams are secretive with the rules.
I guess it's just perspective. I just find that hilarious because I come from the old school days where it's like you use strategy. It's all strategy. You got to make that call. I'm not ripping on it. Every league's different. I'm just saying it's funny to me when I hear it.
Of course. To each, some leagues use it and some leagues don't. In this situation, it's handy because Connor's in a 4:00 game and I have all three provisional starters are in the 1:00 slate.
Yeah,
So would you roll the dice with A.J. Dillon and hope he falls in the end zone against the Lions, or would you roll with Pacheco or Michael Carter instead?
I might regret to say this. And honestly, like up front, you're going to get this wrong like almost 50% of the time because it's a 50-50 call. But because A.J. Dillon, you don't know if A.J. Dillon is going to do anything. Is he not going to do anything? I like him. I like AJ Dillon. Don't cut him. If he gets in there, he'll be a league winner at some point. But I'd probably say.
But he hasn't scored a touchdown all season,
Right.
Smitty, so it's not like it's not a big secret, you know.
Right. So I'd probably say give me Pacheco because he technically got the start last week. He just didn't get the work. I think he's probably maybe we're a week early on that. Hopefully the game script just kind of screwed that plan of attack up, and they plan on still rolling it out. They like him a lot, and I think they want to use him. So I probably roll the dice with Pacheco coming off the bye week. Maybe they prepared for him more to be the starter too. But I think Dylan's
Good point.
Dylan's of course got upside, but are you really going to kick yourself if you misjudge when to play Dylan? No, because it's not like it's an easy thing to predict.
But you still it sounds like you still lean Connor over Pacheco, even though Connor's coming off a rib, hasn't played in a month. It's just is it because of the matchup versus Seattle? It's almost a no-brainer because they're like 24th against the rush.
I mean, if they come out and say he's going to be very limited on a snap count, then you can make a different decision. But I think for the most part, if Connor goes out there, he's going to probably score a touchdown.
Gotcha. Okay, so Pacheco as my provisional, as you hate to call it, as the old school, the new era babies have to have the insurance, you know. So.
Yeah, as you're getting your hand held. Let me hold your hand on your lineup. If anything,
Smitty, we don't need this game. Hey, we don't need this game to be any harder than it already is, bro. That's all I'm saying.
If anything goes wrong, we'll go backwards and we'll fix it. Don't worry. No anxiety.
Schmitty, you weren't even for provisional starters during the COVID outbreak when players were on this list, on that list. I mean, it was a nightmare.
Absolutely not. That's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
That's part of the game.
It's absolute madness that doesn't have to exist.
Yeah, it's part of the.
Don't be a slave to the schedule. Don't be a slave to the kickoff time, Schmitty. Don't do it, bro.
You drop somebody and you can't undo it because your finger slipped. You know, I dropped somebody. We're gonna go ahead and put him back on his roster. Poor Tommy. Poor Tommy dropped T. Higgins on accident, and now we're gonna have to hold Tommy's hand, change his diaper for him, and put him back on his roster. You know,
listen, Schmitty. Not you, I, or Rockout will have better odds of knowing if Mark Andrews is playing Monday night than hitting the Powerball. Why make owners try to guess? Because the NFL, the teams aren't going to tell anybody. You don't think the Cardinals know James Conner's playing tomorrow? Of course they know. They're not going to tell us. Why screw fantasy owners? Because the guy's game kicks off at 4 o'clock where he plays on Sunday or Monday night.
That's part of it.
It never made sense to me.
That's part of it, though. That's part of the strategy. You got to make a decision. You know,
it's part of a guy getting a 0 in his lineup and you're not beating him at his best. I like to be the guy. Put your best field on the team. I'll put my best team on the field and let's play it out.
You know what my counter argument to that is? You're not putting your best. You're basically not putting the best owner in the best position. You're making the decision for him. What about who cares about who his team is? What about facing the best owner at his best? You're basically giving this guy an assist that may not deserve it. He may make the wrong call, but because he's saved by the assist, now you're facing an owner not at his best. You're facing an owner with an assist. Like you could easily argue that it's not to the advantage of making it fair. It's trying to handhold somebody that doesn't know what they're doing.
Dude, but how is any owner to know if a guy's going to play on Sunday or Monday night?
Bro, what do you think?
The only owners that are safe every week are the guys with the players in the 1 o'clock slate. Everything else is up for grabs. It shouldn't be that way. It's too random that way.
Bro, what do you think half of my Friday and Saturday night show's about? Hey, what should I do? Should I start so-and-so in the morning game because we don't know if he's going in the afternoon? Yeah, I think you should go with this to be safe. That's half of what we do. There's no these provisional leagues are rare. It's a rare breed.
If he steps on the field, right. If he steps on the field for a snap, he's your starter. If not, and he ends up not playing because he went through warm-ups and 5 minutes before the game they announced him out. I'm sorry, dude, but like I'm not going to punish other owners for that. That's just it feels almost bush league to do that because he happened to have a guy playing at 4:15 who had a hamstring.
Bro,
they didn't know who was going to play. It's too random, man.
Bro, there's a reason
Doesn't
why
have to be that hard, bro.
It's look, I understand it's how you want to play, but it's not how the majority of everybody plays, and so you're going to get a lot of pushback on it because I literally have call after call.
Everything was voted on the league. You're right. You're right. 7 guys wanted it, 5 guys didn't. You're absolutely right. Not everybody loves
The
it.
kind
Here's
my thinking of it, bro. I think the people that do this are the people that if there's a massive like zombie outbreak, the people that play in provisional leagues are the first people that are going to go. The people that know how to handle this kind of thing and stand their ground and make decisions based on all of this stuff coming at them, those are the people that are going to survive. We'll be protecting you provisional league owners because you're going to be hiding behind us as we got the machetes and we're out there taking care of business. You know?
Schmitty, if it wasn't for provisional starters, I'd be stuck making a choice between the 3 worst guys because my best player happens to play at 4 p.m.
Right,
How does
right.
that
That's
make
fantasy
sense?
football.
Because he plays on the West Coast and his game kicks off in the Pacific Coast time slot.
That's fantasy
I get
football.
penalized for that.
That's
Show
fantasy
me
football,
what
bro.
That makes sense then.
That's fantasy
It's
football.
not every day.
Bro,
Well,
that's fantasy football.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that hard.
It
But I
does, and
understand-
everybody
dude,
could
I
get
respect
second
your
place
take.
trophies too. Everybody could get second place trophies.
No, that's not, dude. You're taking it and like extrapolating out to every part of life. No, this is something the league decided. It's something some leagues do and some leagues don't. It was introduced to me via another league, so I didn't even come up with the premise. But you know, in my other paid league, we don't have it. So it is. You're right. It's a different ballgame when you have to make those determinations, and that's part of the fun of it too. You're right, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I still got to protect you. When the zombie outbreak happens, you think I'm just going to leave you out there stranded? No, I'm going to tell you, get behind, bro. Get behind me. I got this. But I'm just telling you that it's hand-holding. You can admit that you like the...
on the Smetty provisional starters, put it on the list to never be mentioned
Bro,
again.
I know you like the hand-holding, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but it is hand-holding.
Oh, I know you like going to a psychic telereader to find out if DK Metcalf's going to play in
That's
the
part of fantasy football, bro. That's part of the fun. That's part of the fun. What are we going to do? Like, why don't you play DFS, bro? Why don't you play best ball where they decide your lineup for you? It's fun. That can be fun, too, but that might be where you want to go, you know, if you're going to be thinking like that.
Some would argue that's hand-holding. That's resetting your lineup every week.
Yeah.
I'm from the old school. You play the whole season. You're the second highest scorer, and you lose a matchup, and you pull your hair out, and you don't sleep. I'm from that school. So I'm totally old school. But some would say DFS and best ball and those tourneys are the hand-holding.
But that's what I just
couldn't
said.
you
That's what I
argue?
just said to you. I said, why don't you play those because that's right up your alley. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I see your
Yeah,
point.
I'm saying
Hey,
that
man,
way you don't
I'll
have to
let
worry
I-
about it. You
I
don't have
love
to
your
use
show.
promo
On the
use
Real Talk
promo
Pro,
code
I love your
Smitty.
show, and
Use promo code
Go
Smitty.
ahead.
They'll take care of you over there. $100 match. They'll even hold your hand and give you $100 back if you deposit $100. They give you a $100 match
I'll
deposit.
tell him Smitty sent me. I'm on my way right now, boss.
I'm gonna make a provisional pacifier that I sell on my merch store. It's gonna say provisionals on the pacifier.
So just so I'm clear, I'm starting James Conner. If he's out, Pacheco is my provisional starter. Is that what we came to? Is that our consent? What we decided here tonight?
Unfortunately, yes. You're gonna start Connor, in my opinion, unless you hear that he's not gonna be, you know, getting a full like workload. He's gonna be
It'll
held.
be too late. The 1 o'clock will kick off, Schmitty. It'll be all. It's all too late.
Maybe
That's
you
so
could
cool.
vote in that if he. Maybe you could vote in something that you get a gimme. If you make a mistake, everybody gets one mistake. They can just take back.
the Schmitty Mulligan rule. coming
The
into
mulligan,
play.
bro. Maybe you could do that. But
Yeah, the West Coast warm up clause.
Oh my God.
I know. It's sissy. You're right. I got.
I am. So now I'm right. Like, what are we arguing for? If you think I'm right now, God, dude. Bro, this guy. I do appreciate you. What was your name again?
I got one.
This is
What's
Bill.
that?
This is Bill, right?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Detroit fan for life on the feed. But yeah. This is Bill from Michigan.
All right, Bill. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, Schmitty, in the game of life, you'll always be my provisional starter. Just never forget.
I'd rather just be your first choice, bro. I don't want to be your provisional. Okay, get out of here with that provisional
Just depends
stuff.
if you're a game time call or not, bro. Just depends if you're a game time call.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Later. Oh, rock out. Good God, man. I knew that was going to open up that. I knew I was going to hit a nerve when I said that because, like, here he is coming and getting advice, and I'm like, here, before we move forward, I just want to tell you that provisional crap is a bunch of crap. You know? Provisional.
Yeah, I never heard those rules.
I mean, come on, bro. We got a $20 holler from James. I'm sorry, James, making you wait through all that. James. James with a provisional super chat. James a provisional super chat. James is 3-5. And he's got Cousins, Saquon, Eckler, Swift, Deion Jackson, Hilliard, Rashad White, Herbert, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Godwin, Olave, DJ Moore. Okay. Nobody wants Swift. I don't blame him. Even in a package, Andrew's owner won't budge. What can you do? Well, I mean, you've got Saquon and Eckler, and Swift is your RB3, your flex. So that's actually not that bad. Your wide receivers are Godwin, Olave, and Amon-Ra. Not too bad at all. I think you just kind of wait on him, and if you gain some value, maybe you could trade him for Andrews or make some kind of move. But I don't think you're in dire straits to make a move. Like you're sitting pretty good with Eckler and Saquon. Like Eckler, Saquon, Olave, Amon-Ra. I like this team a lot. I'm not worried about it. DJ Moore and maybe Swift can't get you like an overpay on a running back or a wide receiver. Like you can't. Have you tried to trade across position? Have you tried to trade Swift and DJ Moore overpay to get one wide receiver? Like that's what I would do. I'd go after. I mean, of course, I'd shoot for an Adams and probably get shot down. But Swift and DJ Moore might get you an Adams. It might get you a Hopkins. It might get you an Evans. It might get you a Debo. Debo's doubted too. I would probably go attack that, James. That would be pretty good. First, last name, dropped a super chat. No, nothing attached. I'll try and go looking for that. How do I get on a call? You just dial in. I'll put the phone number up on the screen one more time in a second there, Nick. Appreciate you. Slayer, this guy is a Vito Popo, says Slayer. And then he's the commissioner of all grandma leagues. Okay. Be nice, Slayer. He's Bill's okay. Bill's okay. He just needs to have his hand held a little, and that's okay. You know, I'm here to do that. It's kind of what I'm here for. So it's fine. I just was letting him know. Provisional lineups and bowling and bumpers. That's kind of a great example, Bill, if you're watching. Do you play bowling with bumpers, Bill? You know? Because I feel like if you did, you'd probably argue that made a lot of sense too. You know, bumpers? I don't know. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show with Rock Out. Rock Out, handle this call for me. Go ahead.
What's up, man? It's Abe.
Go ahead, Rock Out. Handle this.
Can do for you.
All right. Hello?
Okay.
So I love free call, right? And I need to make some trades. And I traded Curtis Samuel for D-Mont because I needed the RB2. And then I don't know why I went ahead and traded Devonta Smith for Jamal Williams because I thought Swift was going to come back healthy and he's going to just take the role. So I went ahead and did a trade where I traded Evan Ingram, I traded D-Mont, Sutton, and then I traded, let me check the trade. So I traded those players, and I got Kenneth Walker and Amon-Ra.
And I
also had Devonta Smith. So Ingram, Smith, Sutton, and D-Mont for Amon-Ra, Kenneth Walker.
Smash it.
So 13-man, full PPR. Quarterback is Hurts. Running back, Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker. Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra. Wide receivers. Tight ends is kind of lacking. I got Dolchich and Likely. And then I also have Pittman and Pollard, Pacheco, Garrett Wilson, and then Wandale Robinson. So Deion Jackson is in my flex right now. I don't know what trades to make.
I mean, you don't need to make any trades, I don't think. Rock Out, you handle this. I'm sorry.
I think you're pretty good other than tight end, but who you be willing to trade for a tight end, but I don't want to mess up your team.
I think it's good for 13-man full PPR. Sean?
Bro, yeah, you got to. I mean, Likely's kind of crafty too, but you have a really good team. I mean, you made a fire trade, and
Yeah, man. I lost Brees Hall, so I was like, I need to find someone that's down, like trade value, and then trade for like they're obviously gonna get better. So
Yeah. I mean, you got Walker. Name your team again.
Yeah. All right. Full PPR, 13-man. Jalen Hurts QB, Aaron Jones running back, Kenneth Walker running back, Justin Jefferson wide receiver 1, Amon-Ra wide receiver 2. I got Isaiah Likely starting this week. Deion Jackson at the flex over Michael Pittman because I don't know. Honestly, I'm just like, I don't know who to start this week between Pittman and Deion Jackson, but I got Deion Jackson right now.
Yeah, Deion's good there.
Yeah. Patriots D for this week. Daniel Carson kicker, I don't matter, but benches Pollard.
Bro, you don't
Pittman,
need help. Your team's fired. First of all, I don't want you trading any of those guys you named off, so like there's nothing to trade. Like you could say I want you to upgrade this or that, but like what are you going to do? Trade somebody that I really like? No, you're just going to have to work the waiver wire. You did that. You got Likely. That's really good. You're set. You're set. You're set. Let it ride, bro. Let it ride. If
let it ride.
If good play opens the door, what?
I want to win this league, man.
Well, you're on your way to it.
You know,
you're on your way to winning the league.
In position to do it, so I will let it ride.
Yeah, I don't think you do anything, bro. You just hang tight. You got it. You got this.
I was thinking, you know, trade Aaron Rodgers after this. If he has a big week this week, trade him. But for like, you know, a better RB1. But
first and last wants to know Pitts or Likely. I'd probably go Likely this week if everything looks good. Like there's no like, oh, Andrews is back. He's getting a full you know what I mean? Likely looks set up. First, last, I would do that. Yeah, man, you're good. Just let it ride for a week. Nothing's gonna happen in the next week. You know, let your guys, and then maybe if an offer you can't refuse comes knocking down your door, bro. You know, you look at it. But I mean, I don't think you need to go searching. You're good.
How do you feel about Pollard this season with the Zeke situation?
I mean, we all love Pollard. We don't know what's gonna happen. It sounds like they want to roll with a 50-50 again when Zeke's ready. And that sucks, but that's what we got to prepare for.
But, yeah.
You know, do we want it? No. Do we think Zeke's going to fall apart? Hopefully he doesn't get hurt, but hopefully he just feels like retiring. You know?
How do you feel about Pacheco?
I love Pacheco. We just don't know if last week was them trying to start him and they couldn't. Like he wasn't... You know, they thought this was going to go a certain way, and they're like, never mind, this won't work. I don't know what happened. Like, they was supposed to start. Pacheco's starting. Fire him up, and then nothing happened.
They had him returning punts and everything. I was like, a starting running back returning punts and, you know, kicks and stuff.
Yeah, I honestly wish I knew the answer. I don't. All I can think of is that now they've got a bye week to prepare for him being the starter. And maybe we see him come out and just get unleashed. I like him. I'm not giving up on him yet, especially at the cost of entry, which is pretty much free. Like, let's wait on him. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. He's walking out of the bye week. If they say he's starting again and he does nothing, then starting doesn't mean anything in KC anymore. And we kind of already know that might be the case, but let's just see it. Let's see it play out because they really like this kid. They really liked him.
Yeah, I'd give it a week on Pacheco.
He's on the waiver wire pickup list every week because of how much I love him. I think he's fantastic.
Let's see what he does this week.
Big hands, big energy, fantastic.
That's what I need to hear because I could have done some really stupid trades. So,
bro,
really
you've done great trades. So, all right, man, we're gonna let you go. Go relishing your team.
All right,
later. All right, the Wood, you're next.
All right,
the Wood, you're on. You're on with Rock Out on Smitty.
Hey, what's going on, Smitty? I need some advice for who to drop because I got Cordell Patterson coming back from IR, and so I got a few options of what I can drop.
All right, hit me with it.
Hold on, let me pull it up. All right, so it's between Montgomery, Hunt, Tony, Watson, or Dylan.
Watson who?
Deshaun Watson.
Or Dylan? Who's your backup quarterback?
My quarterback is Herbert.
And then Watson's your backup?
Yeah, Watson's the backup when he comes back.
I mean, Watson's been out of football for so long, and are there always quarterbacks on the waiver wire?
Are there other quarterbacks on the waiver wire? I mean,
yeah. Can you always get like a
Geno Smith?
Okay, so you can get like Geno or Danny Dimes or Fields or something. Is that the kind of league it is where there's those guys available every week?
Yeah.
I'd probably drop
Yeah.
Watson. I mean, if anything, you could probably pick him back up again in a week or two. I don't know that anybody in that league with that many quarterbacks always available. This isn't one of those leagues where there's nobody. Like, you don't have a backup quarterback. You're trading for one because no one's letting one go. That's different than this league. So I feel like this league, you're probably okay dropping them. Probably won't even get picked up, and then you can pick them back up next week and figure it out if you wanted to. And you know what you could do with that is drop your kicker, or if you have a bad defense, drop your kicker D, pick them up, and then hold them and try and figure out your plan of attack. And then you got to cut them again, but your kicker can buy you time to have an extra guy.
Okay. Well, what do you think about Kadarius Toney? Do you think he's going to end up working out, or?
I don't know. I'm not like, everybody seems so amped up about him. But you know what? You know who the people that are amped up about him? The same people that were amped up about him in New York. And they're like, this guy can be amazing. He wasn't. And I think that there's a shot that he develops, but he's a head case from everything I can tell. It's one of the most complicated systems in the NFL. The playbook's like the size of a helmet. In height, it's like this is a tough situation to go in, and if you're a guy like him that feels like he's got a little bit to prove to me in terms of being mentally capable of handling the NFL, on a full-time basis, the way that this guy's acted. He's got in fist fights on the field. He headbutted his own coach or staff member. They traded him away. And I know that Reed's excited about him, says he's a smart kid, and they're going to try and get him involved. But then the other quote we had before that said that we'll see if we can get him in the game to play a little. So I'm not expecting anything now. We'll see. That's why I said, I guess.
So between. No, I'm sorry.
I was just saying that's why I didn't say cut him. But at the same time, I don't know. If you think Watson will get you something in trade later, more so than Toney, then maybe Toney is the cut. But I mean, I'm okay with cutting either. I don't really care, to be honest. They're very close.
For sure. Thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, this one right here. Start Amon-Ra or Duvernay, because Duvernay is the wide receiver 1 now. Come on, man. Isaiah. Thank you for the subscribe, Colby, to the channel. We're at 16,613. Come on, Isaiah. Don't make me do this to you. You super chatted.
To the moon.
Oh, no, I'm sending him to the moon. I meant to send him on a lap. All right, Rock Out, this one's yours. Oh, I just hung up on Rock Out. Rock Out, call back. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Well, is this Smitty?
Yeah, this is Smitty. How's it going there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Sweet. This is my first time doing this.
What's up, man?
So I had some questions about my team. I wasn't sure if you think I should make any moves or not.
Yeah. Hey, real quickly, hold on 1 second, pal. Isaiah, to
good.
answer this, Isaiah, you start Amon-Ra St. Brown. In fact, Isaiah, I'm going to tell him you said this. I'm going to tell him you asked this question. We're going to find him. We're going to let him know that someone was considering benching him for Devin Duvernay, who I think could have a big week. And this will backfire on me. Duvernay's going to have 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, and St. Brown's going to get 50 yards. I know this is going to backfire on me. I can feel it now. So, honestly, Isaiah, start Duvernay because I'm saying this. But I don't know how you could put Amon-Ra on the bench. I just don't see it. Like, maybe you can start Duvernay at your flex. I'm not saying to bench Duvernay. I'm just saying St. Brown is not a guy you're putting on the pine, bro. Okay, I'm sorry. Who am I talking to again?
Luke.
Luke, what can I do for you, Luke?
All right. Let me throw my AirPods real quick here. Sorry. I wasn't even sure if I was calling the right number. So.
Drop Rashad White or Jalen Warren for likely. probably not wanting to make those drops. Is there anybody else you could drop? I hate dropping those guys.
Can you
I
hear me
want
still?
likely though. You what?
You can hear me still?
We can hear you, bro.
All right. So I got Patrick Mahomes, Leonard Fournette.
Oh, hold on.
Dalvin
Hold on.
Cook,
Slow down.
Cooper Kupp.
Slow down there.
So I got Patrick Mahomes, Leonard Fournette.
All right.
Dalvin Cook, Cooper Kupp, Chris Godwin, Mark Andrews, ETN, and on my bench I've got Damian Pierce, Jamal Williams, CeeDee Lamb, Deebo Samuel, and Isaiah Likely. Do you think I should make any trades to try and upgrade?
No, I think that you should keep Deebo, Lamb, and Pierce on your bench rotting away, Luke. Of course you should make some
You think
trades,
so?
bro. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
But like for what?
Well, why is I probably start Lamb. Oh, they're on bye weeks. That's why they're on your bench. Okay.
Yeah,
But,
he's on bye.
Yeah,
Like,
you got to get one of
right
these guys in your lineup. But I'm probably trading. Leonard
I'd like to
Fournette.
get rid of Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, let's. You're giving me your lineup this week. Let's talk about because we're talking about the overall structure of your team. Let's put it in perspective.
Right.
So Pierce over here, Lenny over here, on the bench where he belongs. Cook, Godwin. We'll take Godwin out. We'll put Lamb there.
Yeah.
And we'll put Godwin here. But you still have a surplus. So Lenny, Pierce, Godwin, Deebo. Like, we got to trade these guys, bro. You got to trade Cook or Lamb. I wouldn't trade. Well, I would trade Pierce if you're upgrading into like a Chubb or a Kenny Walker even.
I've
I would
talked
take.
to the owner of. Sorry, what was that?
No, go ahead.
I've talked to the owner of Chubb, and I'm kind of in a league where it seems like nobody wants to trade. Like, I've talked to the Chubb owner and was going to give him some stuff. He's just not really interested. He said Chubb's been too good. I'm also going against somebody in my league this week who got logged out of their account, so he's starting like 3 players on bye. So it's an easy win this week. I'm 5-3 right now. It's kind of just a casual league, just with friends, and there's a couple of them that take it pretty serious. There's 8 of us.
Here's what I do: Lenny and Pierce, Lenny and Cook. Try and get like Eckler. Try and get CMC. Try and get. If you can't get Chubb, that's fine. Try and trade
away Lenny and Pierce.
Lenny and Pierce for a running back, sure. But I'd rather, I don't know, I guess Cook, I don't know. Lamb and Lenny for JJ.
Okay.
Keep ETN, keep Andrews, keep Kupp, keep Mahomes.
Should I hang on to Dalvin?
I'm not married to Dalvin. You could send Dalvin and Lenny packing. You could send Godwin and Cook packing. You could send Deebo and Cook for top 5 player. I like the idea of getting Walker.
So maybe.
You know what you could also do?
Maybe I could send.
You know what you could also do? Keep your lineup the way it is. Keep your lineup the way it is, and just play around with the bench pieces. Leonard Fournette and Deebo. Leonard Fournette and Godwin. Godwin and Deebo. Like just do a package like that. I like that better. You could probably trade Deebo and Lenny for Walker. Go get Walker for Deebo and Lenny and have Walker as a problem where you don't know what to do. Or, you stand put because your team's gonna do well. What's your record?
5-3 right now. It's not a bad team by any means, but
no.
I'm going against a guy in a league who's got
locked
Joe
out of his
Mixon,
camp.
Austin Eckler, Justin Jefferson, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, all on the same team.
Bro, I'm laughing too because somebody's laughing in the chat. Somebody's locked. You're playing in a league where someone's locked out of their account and it's just ghost riding, bro. The rest of the season.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anyone's trading it. Period.
And that's the guy who has Chubb too.
Yeah, He's on auto, bro. He's on autopilot.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I'm projected 140 this week. He's projected 52, so we got a tough week here.
Yeah, don't touch your lineup. Just trade Lenny, Godwin, and Debo. Just go get the highest ranked player you can.
Debo.
Get JJ.
Should I? Okay. And put in Damian Pierce.
I mean, Damian Pierce isn't in.
No, he's on my bench right now.
Who do you-
Leonard Fournette, Dalvin, am I?
No, Pierce is your starter, bro. Leonard's on your
Pierce
bench.
is my starter? Okay.
I mean, didn't he just prove that to you on Thursday against the Philadelphia Eagles, bro?
Yeah, he ran pretty hard. I was hoping to see him get in the end zone.
Damn straight he
ran
did.
Pretty hard. I'd like
He
to
ran.
see it.
He ran really hard, bro. He ran for you. And he went unnoticed. You didn't even notice him, bro. He's doing everything he can to make you notice him, and you don't notice him. You don't give him any attention. He just ran for a massive amount of yardage. And you know what you say, Luke?
I said, you on the bench.
You know what you say, Luke? Where's my touchdown, Pierce?
Yeah.
He drops 150 plus yards, and you say, "Where's my touchdown?"
139.
It's not right, bro.
I also lost Brees this year, so that sucks.
Yeah, I bet you.
I picked up ETN right at the perfect time.
Well, it's pretty easy to pick up. It's pretty easy to pick up ETNs and players like that when people are locked out of their accounts, Luke.
Well, one of the 8 are locked out.
Luke's dominating the waiver wire right now. Just dominating the waiver wire. Everyone's locked out of their accounts, and Luke's just picking up people left and right. I don't understand why I'm 12th on the waiver wire list, but I always get the guy that I want straight up every time.
Oh, yeah. So you think trade Lenny, Godwin, and Debo?
Bro, yes. Yes. It's very simple plan of attack. Lenny, Godwin, Debo, go get a monster. Go get an absolute monster, bro.
As in like Justin Jefferson?
Yeah. Jefferson, that'd be fantastic. Diggs.
Okay.
Smash.
Diggs, okay.
Eckler, smash.
I talked to the guy out of the Diggs owner, too. It doesn't sound like he wants to get rid of him. Like, that's what sucks about this league. They're not serious enough about the league to make a trade.
Yeah, well, clearly we're learning that.
They're not risk takers. Like, they hear the name Stephon Diggs. Like, I'm keeping him.
I think letting your team ghost ride itself on autopilot is pretty risky to me. I think this team's full of risk. This league's full of risky players. I mean, that takes some balls.
Yeah,
I'm going to draft my team and then log out of my account and just walk away. That's pretty ballsy, bro. I think you're playing with a bunch of ballers here.
So say I couldn't get Justin Jefferson, what would you think to go after?
Bro, I mean, I've given you a list of names. It's Eckler, it's Chubb, it's CMC, it's JJ, Diggs. Like, go after the top 8 overall players using Lenny, Godwin, and Debo. You get one of those, then you have yourself a monopoly, and you go smash with that.
What about?
And if you can't,
what about like a Tyreek or something?
Tyreek, sure. I mean, he's the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy football, so he qualifies. Tyreek, go get any of those guys. You get any of those guys, bro, you could log out of your account too, bro, and just leave and probably win the league. Ghost ride yourself, bro. Show these guys what's up. You gonna watch me ghost ride. Let's see who can ghost ride out out, log out of their account before double-digit weeks and see who can take home the trophy. That's a new style of fantasy football you just created. That's a new style of fantasy.
Try and get like a package deal, maybe with like Devontae Adams and Jonathan Taylor.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, just try and get one big gun using your 3 players. Like, you don't have to trade all 3 of them.
Okay.
But try, like, to say Lenny and Debo. What can I get? Here's Adams. Maybe. I mean, Adams is a slight upgrade. I prefer Diggs, CMC, Chubb, Eckler. The top like 8 overall players. I'd like Kenny Walker over. Trade Lenny and Godwin for Kenny Walker. Trade Debo and Godwin for Kenny Walker. That would be a smash in my opinion. All right, bro. I gotta let you go. Okay. We gotta let you fly on your. We gotta let you fly on your own at this point. We've done all we can do. I believe you are ready to spread your wings, young man, and get on your merry way. Appreciate you.
Thank you for your time.
Luke,
Yeah.
call in anytime. On your way, young man.
Thank you.
Raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
No, it was kind of painful. I don't know why. It was like pulling teeth. It's like pulling teeth, bro. I appreciate you though, Luke. Don't take that the wrong way, but that was like pulling teeth. I don't know what was that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Just traded Tony for likely in one league. James, you still here, my guy? Is James still here? I'm sorry, James. Just traded Tony for likely in one of my leagues and for Tunyon in another. Just offered Swift and DJ Moore. Just offered Swift and DJ Moore for Camaro. Yeah, I would take.
Again, what's up? That was like 4 feet. I don't know what was that. Hello.
Hello?
I don't know what happened. I'm here. Just traded.
Who is this?
I was just looking to get some advice for this week's lineup, man. I got a tough group of running backs. I got a tough group of receivers to kind of decide on. It's real quick though.
All right, hit me fast. Let's go.
All right, I got Fournette, Mostert, and Foreman. Start 2.
Fournette, Mostert, and Foreman. Go Foreman and probably Fournette. And real quickly, just hang tight for me because I want to get James's question out of the way. Is James still here?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Just traded Tony for likely in one league. I like likely. And Tunyon in another. Okay. Just offered Swift and DJ Moore for Camara. I would take Camara in a heartbeat. James, I Smitty approve getting Camara in that deal. Appreciate your super chat, James. I'm sorry about the wait. And then Shane said 8-team league, Aaron Jones, Ramondre. And Higbee for Saquon and Kittle. I'd take Saquon in that deal. And especially in an 8-team league. 8-team leagues, you can do a lot more of like giving to get, because the waiver wire's deep. Everyone's teams are deep. So 8-mans I like to overpay because you can definitely take advantage of that. Boyd, Kirk, or Palmer this week. I would say Palmer's your high risk, high reward. Boyd, steady Eddie. And then Dalton with the super chat. This is the final super chat, and then I'm caught up, and then I can help you. Champ. Is this Champ?
That's Champ.
Yeah, I had you written in here. Okay, good. Smitty got offered another offer, and it's Kenneth Walker, Gabe Davis, Pittman, Lazard for my Tom Brady, Dalvin Cook, Brandon Cooks, and DJ Moore. I'm taking Kenneth Walker and Gabe Davis and Pittman myself. I could understand if anybody liked Cook and DJ Moore better, but I don't. And I'm sorry, there is one more. Thank you, Dalton. Oh, there's 2 more. Colby Super Chat says 7-1, 12-team league. My team is Mahomes, JT, ETN, Pierce, Deion Jackson, Debo, Jamar Chase, Hopkins, Moore. What should you do with JT? You're in a good position to wait on him. I don't know that you're a good candidate to trade him unless you're going to get like a JT and Deion Jackson, and then you give up like a DJ Moore and you get back Kenneth Walker. Then I do that. Like, I would try and make that offer. And would I take another player right around Kenneth Walker in that same deal? Absolutely. I think DJ Moore might get you that done, and you have Deion Jackson. That might be entertaining for somebody to take on. Past that, you've got enough depth to wait on that. If it works out, you smash your league. If it doesn't, you probably still have a really good team. Just don't sell too low, but I would definitely sell. TMZ just leaked the Camara attack video on Twitter. If this is true, first of all, you super chatted. I doubt you're going to super chat fake news. Oh my God, it did get leaked. He's right. I mean, there's photos at least. I don't know if they're leaking the whole video.
That's tough.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm pulling up TMZ right now. I knew it, bro. I told everyone. It looks like still frame footage. Nope, the footage is out. The footage is out. It's leaked. Stomping the dude. This looks like someone's holding the camera up against, I guess, the computer screen, probably screen grabbing it, or screen recording it just with one angle. But it's out. It's out. Oh my God.
Yikes.
Oh my God, bro.
Not near as bad as Kareem Hunt either.
It's not near as bad as Kareem Hunt's?
I meant that the other way. It's way worse.
Way worse, yes. Wow. I might have to stop this live and do an emergency live stream on this just so it's in a separate video. James, first of all, thank you for the super chat and the lead on that. The lead time. This is crazy because this is what Baked In Boys and I talked about. We've had Baked In Boys. He's one of our top show attorneys that we bring on the show, him and Tony, and we talked about this. If this video leaks, now it doesn't mean the NFL's for sure going to do something, but we have heard that the video is so bad. I'm watching it again. I'm watching it right now. It's on TMZ on Twitter. Let me retweet this, guys, and you guys can go to my Twitter. And let me retweet this real quick. I'm going to retweet it right now. Camara video. You can find my Twitter at smitty1.com. Or you can go to smitty1com on Twitter. I'm sending the tweet right now. Let me copy the tweet and put it in the chat here. So everybody can watch this as we go. So this is the link. While you're there, please retweet and comment on my tweet if you wouldn't mind. Hold on. This is crazy. Champ, can you hold on one second?
I'm here.
I don't know if you can simplify your question real quick too, because I might have to go here in a second.
Well, you pretty much already answered the first part, but I'm not in a hurry. You do whatever you want, man.
Well, I might have to let you go in a minute because I gotta. But tell me what it is I can help you with real quick.
All right, so you said Mostert and Foreman over Fournette for the two running backs?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I need two receivers also for my receiver and flex. I got Metcalf, Juju, and Boyd. Start two.
I'm gonna go Metcalf, Juju, and Boyd in that order, but you're gonna miss that like 10 times out of 10, bro.
Yeah.
Like that.
All right.
That's
all
tough.
Right, I just wanted to hear y'all's opinion, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Champ, I appreciate you staying on the phone and dealing with all that. But I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna break this down, and I might go live again to talk about this Camara video. So appreciate you, my man. Thanks for hanging tight.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay. Wow. This is big. Alvin Kamara. Okay, I'm watching the video right now. I'm going to rewind it. Everybody watch it. I've dropped the link in the live chat. I pinned it. Please comment on my Twitter and retweet it. All right. Okay, I'm gonna rewind. So there's a point where he puts his hand on his chest, I've heard. So Kamara, there's an arrow pointing at Kamara. Kamara's striking him. Kamara's hitting him. Kamara's punching the guy on the ground. Oh, they're just kicking the guy. The guy's down. They're just kicking him. It's not good. It's not good. This particular angle is pretty blurry. There's only one angle. I don't know that this... If more footage leaks, I'm sure it will. I'm sure this is just one piece. I'm sure TMZ is going to release something else. They're going to drip this out. But this is not good. Clearly self-defense, says the private pile. I don't think so, bro. All right, I'm going to end this, come back with a new live stream. James, appreciate you. James, I'll see you over here. I'll see you guys on the new live stream. Hang tight.